Geeks, it's Rachel Wright here in Ringgold, Georgia. And that's Remus. Even though he's never been to Walt Disney World, he rocks a Haunted Mansion collar, participates in the Twilight Bark, and is an avid podcast listener because every Monday morning on the way to work and doggy daycare, we go geekin' on Walt Disney World with Curtis and the entire Geekin family.
Are you ready for a fun-filled hour of food favorites, resort hopping, and hanging out with Disney World geeks? It's now time to go geekin' on Walt Disney World. Here's our dad and co-host. Hollywood was impressed with his performance in crowd scenes at the Indiana Jones stunt show. He never misses an 11 a.m. margarita at the Mexican Pavilion. And Mike Wazowski is still raving about his performance as that guy over at Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Curtis Stone.
Hey, Disney World geeks. This week I gather 6 of my Geekin family to review the Grand Geekin Gathering trip to Disney World. On episode 316 of the Geekin on Walt Disney World podcast, I am your Geekin family podfather, Curtis Stone, and we are the family-friendly father-daughter podcast, also featuring Mama, Auntie Judy, soul sister Holly, and cousins Jen and EJ. And our Geekin family will feed your passion for Walt Disney World by sharing our experiences and opinions, as well as others from our community of passionate Walt Disney World geeks. I'm so excited you're here with us listening to our show. And geeky Disney people are awesome, and we consider you family, part of our Geekin family. Join us every Monday as we share travel tips, resort reviews, and lots of food talk through our live trip reports, interviews with our Geekin family members about their trips, and special guest roundtables on fun Disney World topics from Geekin family members all around the world. And we take pride in the awesome and positive community in our Geekin family, so come join us in sharing our love for Walt Disney World and each other. And I bet you'll learn something to try on your next vacation. And your vacation is important. Rest, relaxation, rejuvenation, that time with the family. I believe so much you need to make your vacation time a priority in your life. And the number one tip we hear from our Geekin family Super Geeks is that you need to have a plan before you go to Disney World. You just can't wing it. Are you on a quest to conquer Disney World? Well, when you're up against Disney World, you need the Force like Luke Skywalker used to conquer the dark side. And Disney World has villains too, like they got Darth Vaders, they got crowds and complicated choices. Every hero needs a guide. Luke had Obi-Wan and Yoda. You got Mama, Judy, Jennifer, EJ, and me. We'd love to be your guides. We help people book and plan Disney trips. We're Disney travel experts, and we're independent travel agents with Fairy Tale Concierge. Fairy Tale Concierge is an authorized Disney vacation planner agency. So let our team explain it all to you and help you create a great plan. We'll help you with fast passes, dining reservations, and the tips on the best rooms and resorts in Disney World. Hey geeks, the Geekin family reunion trip is over, but the memories of all the fun we had and the friendships that we made, they still remain. And this week I bring on Glenn Kessler, Selena Roll, Jackie Cole, the sisters, Deidre Watts, Wendy Fox, and Rob Madiri. They'll share their experiences and stories from the G3. You're going to see there's a warmth to this episode. I believe you'll be able to sense quickly as you begin to listen. And they all were first mutual listeners of this podcast about Disney World. They were in this private Facebook group connecting with each other, and now they're in person with this meetup, this Geekin family reunion. And this thing brought hugs and some tears too, and they really enjoyed each other's company in our favorite playground. Let's look at some of the highlights of this episode as we review the Grand Geekin Gathering. They first meet up without me over at the Top of the World Lounge. We did miss our first meetup over at the Tower of Terror, which was disappointing. But then we all meet up at the Wine Bar George, and I get to meet Glenn for the very first time. I talk about my meeting with Rob Madiri over at Epcot. He was the first geek that I met during this trip. We review the resorts that they stayed in, so you're going to get a bunch of information. It's not just a love fest between us and There is a little bit of self-indulgence in this episode. I'll apologize about that up front, but I don't think you'll mind too much because you're going to get lots of information too. How about the resorts we stayed in, including the Pop? Lots of talk about the Skyliner. You got your big reviews of the new gondola system that runs through Pop and the Art of Animation. We stayed at the Bay Lake Tower and Copper Creek, the Boardwalk, even the cabins at Fort Wilderness you'll hear about. How about some food? We always talk about food in this Geekin family. The Whispering Canyon. I had a nice meal with Glenn and Deirdre and Wendy. Deirdre takes the Taste of Magic Kingdom tour, so you get to hear about that. First time we've talked about that in the podcast. We do the BR guest breakfast. Oh boy, Olga's Cantina. Someone did it for breakfast. I know I did it for drinks and snacks. That is a real fun place in the new Galaxy's Edge. Ronto's Roasters, you'll hear about from Galaxy's Edge. Another new restaurant, the Gran Destino Toledo Tower restaurant. You get a review from there. We talk a little bit about our food and wine food experiences, the filet mignon, the cheese bread, smoked corned beef. You're going to get hungry now. Scallops and crab cakes, the lobster rolls, pork belly, maple bourbon cheesecake, beef stroganoff, the brat in Germany on a pretzel bread. Wow. Yeah, I love the Food and Wine Festival this year. Storybook dining. Someone went to the California Grill Brunch, which is a favorite of Jackie and Selena's. Talking about one of our favorites, and this has come up on the Facebook group a lot, the Nomad Lounge. There's a weird charcuterie board and drinks over at Olga's Cantina. We talk about some of our events that were so much fun that first weekend. Glenn Kessler's Run, the Bingo Scavenger Hunt. My first experience in Galaxy's Edge with my Geekin family. It was so cool to ride the Millennium Falcon with them. There are some really cool new PhotoPass pictures at Disney World we'll talk about. Glenn goes into, this is awesome. He talks about what is the Black Spire, which is the outpost that Galaxy's Edge is resembling. We wonder if this outpost is going to be in the next film coming out this December 20th. The big Epcot meetup pictures and the Mexican pavilion margaritas and nachos. We get Kevin's tour of the UK pavilion. Talk about what went well for the G3. What can we improve on to? And this is a really long episode. I think Rachel and Remus, you're going to have 2 trips to work or 3 to get this one all in. There's even 20 minutes of extra Geek Friends chatter after the music ends. So there's some good stories told there, including my surprise meetups with some of my Geekin family and the swim trunk story. So stay after the music, keep listening. All right. Well, I love my big family trips, and now I've even got a bigger family and a great family reunion trip to share with you all. Hey, Amy and Lorelai, tell everyone, where are we going?
Geekin on Walt Disney World.
Let's go. Well, it's really rough to come back to Disney World and back to the real world. And I was, of course, getting that regular depression. Even caught that Florida flu on the way home. Been coughing and hacking up since Monday. But I've been looking forward to, it's kind of cool that you do a podcast and you met a bunch of friends while you were on vacation. And you get a chance to relive it back again with a bunch of them. So I've planned on doing some of these. I could probably do these till Christmas with the amount of people we met down at G3 this past week. And I'm going to get started with some of my closest friends here on the podcast. Let's start bringing them on. First of all, please give a warm Geekin family welcome to Glenn Kessler. Hey, Glenn.
Hey, Kurt. Hey, Geeks.
How are you doing back in the real world?
It's real. It's real. I mean, that was just the most special experience hanging out with you all, and thankful for it and thankful for tonight. Can't wait to get into it.
Thanks for helping me organize this crew we've got here. Going to share the experiences from G3.
There's no organizing this crew. It's just a slow, general curating in the right direction. We'll see what happens.
I think that's what the whole event was, too. We'll talk to that, I think, a little bit.
Exactly.
So next on, I want to bring on Selena Roll. Hey, Selena.
Hi, Kurt. Hi, Geeks.
How are you? Where's Jackie?
I'm pretty good. Jackie's putting the kids to bed tonight, so she's kind of preoccupied. She might try and pop in and say hello.
All
She's
right.
having extreme FOMO.
I heard that word a lot over the last couple of weeks. I don't think I've heard it before. Is that something I was missing?
Yeah, so fear of missing out. So yeah, she's definitely missing out tonight.
Well, we miss her too. Thank you for representing the sisters, my favorite sisters in the Geekin family. All right, so let's bring on another one of my sickies. I heard she caught a cold too coming back from Florida. Hey, Deirdre, how are you? Deirdre Watts is with us.
Hi, Kurt. Hi, Geeks. I'm okay. I'm hanging in there.
We're healing up. Actually, I think I'm recovering kind of quickly. I felt pretty horrible on Monday. I definitely caught it on the plane coming home, but yes.
I felt like I was fighting it off the whole down there. So.
Oh, okay. That was one thing. I always pray.
I got home and just collapsed.
I always pray I'm not going to get sick, especially with all the running around we did when we were down at the G3.
Yeah.
All right. Let's bring on one of your buddies. I think you were hanging around with this person too. Hey, Wendy Fox, how are you?
Hey, Kurt. Hey, Geeks. Hey, G3 friends.
You've made some friends while you were down there. You went solo too, right?
I did go solo. My first time ever.
How much solo time did you have?
There was a lot of a safety net. Just seemed like there was always someone doing something in the park. So if you wanted to be with someone, it was pretty easy to do. Absolutely.
And I'm going to ask you guys, we'll bring on one more guy here. He's waiting to come on. I'm not sure why I left him last. Just happened that way. Hey, Rob Maderi, how are you?
I'm great, Kurt. How are you? Hey, Geeks.
You hanging in there? First week back?
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys, how long did you guys go for 3-4 days? What was kind of the consensus?
We went down Thursday and came back Monday, so we were there for 5.
I was on your schedule, Rob. Thursday to Monday.
Me too. Thursday to Monday.
I think.
And I was there for a good long time. I got down Monday the 21st and left on the 30th.
So I was
Okay.
so jealous.
Wow.
Thursday, Sunday here, working folks, man. Had to get back to it Monday morning.
Yeah.
And Deirdre, you were solo, sort of.
Yes, I was by myself, except my husband's cousins
Yeah.
from Houston came. And so I was able to spend some time with them also.
Awesome.
And we actually ran into them, Kurt and Margita and
Yeah.
Ken and Judy and I ran into them in Epcot
Yeah.
one day.
Near the Soarin' attraction. Yeah.
So I was really glad that they could meet all of you and that they could see that you were all okay people that I was hanging out with.
We weren't raccoons.
They were a little concerned that I was hanging out with these people that I met through a podcast.
We weren't raccoons in trench coats, you're saying.
That's what Holly calls it, right?
Not
Holly's.
that you know so far. That's right. I saw the raccoon in trench coat. It's real.
Yeah, me too. I ate dinner with the raccoon in trench coat on Saturday.
And Glenn Kessler brought his brother. I got to meet him first before Glenn.
Yeah, he actually is a raccoon who wears a trench coat. He shaved before he came. No, it was awesome hanging out with my brother. That was the first time we've done anything like that. Solo brother trip. Everyone who I was telling I was going down to Disney World, there's like, oh, you're bringing the kids? I was like, no, I'm going with my brother. Well, he's bringing his kids. No, we're just 2 40-something-year-old men going down to Disney World. What's wrong?
What's wrong with that picture?
They just don't understand. But
One of the last
maybe after tonight, they will.
One of the last days before I came down, I take the bus back and forth commuting to work, and it just happened to be those 2 or 3 people waiting in. It's kind of the usually crowd that I take the commute home with. I said, I'm going to Disney World. And they were like, why are you going to Disney World again? Why don't you go? You could go just about anywhere in the world instead of going to Disney World all the time. I don't know about you guys, but I don't even engage in that conversation anymore. They had no idea what I was about to experience. I wasn't just going to Disney World. I was going down to meet some friends I had been making and building over a 5-year period. And some of them who I've never met before, seen. It was a dream of mine to do something. Now, we've had some meetups in the past when I've been down there. Had some really good ones, actually. And but this was epic, and we're going to get into all of that. Well, let's tease everyone a little bit. Glenn, we'll start with you. And you guys got there before me. So I was having that FOMO. Oh, that was the hardest. That was like the hardest week before going to Disney World. I think I mean, I'm bad anyway. Like I'm like a kid waiting for Christmas but I'm watching all of this activity on the Facebook group. We did start a nice Facebook messenger that helps us keep track of where people are. And of course, people are posting in our private Facebook group, but I knew you guys were meeting, I think it was Thursday night, wasn't it? At the Top of the World Lounge. So Glenn, why don't you start and tell me how that went?
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Kurt. Kevin Curtis Allen got down there, almost a week clear of everyone. It was teasing. But we really kind of hit it off on Thursday. I think that was the day that a lot of geeks kind of coordinated and got down there. Rob being that incendiary to get us all together for that first activity at Top of the World Lounge. And it started getting really real. The emotions started to kick up. There's nothing quite like that experience. I've been trying to wrap my head around it for, a couple of weeks now. I mean, the closest analogy I keep coming back to is like summer camp, like middle school, high school summer camp, where you have those intense relationships with guys and girls and people from all around the world. And, it's just like you bond so quickly, you have these epic experiences and then poof, it's kind of over before you realize it. You're just crying to get back. But that all really kind of started on that Thursday night, I think, when we met at Top of the World Lounge. It was a beautiful experience. I remember when I came in, I was so excited to see everyone. I jumped up on a couch. I kind of don't remember doing that, but
That's
then
true.
I looked down and I was on a couch. I was up there for minutes, right? I mean, like a long time.
Yeah, and you had your arms around all of us, and you hugged Judy, and you took her face in your hands, and you just looked at her with such love.
I couldn't believe I was there.
I know. It was like you couldn't believe you could see her in real life. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about that night was, I got there first. I was waiting to meet everyone. I didn't know how it was going to go. And people didn't meet everyone saying, "Hi, I'm so-and-so." You just knew who they were. Right. And you met each other with a hug. You didn't meet each other with a "Hi, I'm so-and-so." It was just automatic recognition. And everyone just started talking at once and moving around. And it was just like, it just was started up with a blast.
Mm-hmm. You guys you're reading back to me what I may have said and talked about when I was interviewed about, building a community online and getting to know people. Of course, I talk about my experience with conferences and the technical conferences and how cool it was. Well, it was so horrible when I went to these events that were at the Dolphin and Swan and I didn't know anybody and I walked around. I enjoyed the events and that kind of thing, but there was no camaraderie or emotional attachment to the people that were there, that kind of thing. But when I started to interact with them, and of course I knew them from online too, it was the same kind of thing. Plus we shared a common bond in the work that we did and stories and that kind of thing. And we've built that with the podcast. I mean, you guys, one thing, if you notice, the people that were there, majority of them have been guests on the podcast. And they've been very active participants in the Facebook group with pictures and stories and that kind of thing. So that's what's kind of, Mama talks about this. We'll have her tell her side of the story, but she was really anxious to meet people and it just melted away immediately, like you're saying, Wendy. So I'm so glad to hear that. And I'm not surprised of that at all.
Well, I've been to other podcast meetups, a couple of other podcast meetups, and their podcasts, they don't have that connection. They don't have that Facebook community and that connection and love. And it is awkward. You kind of like walk up and shake hands, with people. Hello, I'm so-and-so. And then you just kind of stand around awkwardly, not really knowing how to bridge the gap. But here it was like meeting family. And I'll be honest, I mean, like there were people that I kind of knew more than others, obviously, you, Kurt and Judy and everything like that. And Rob's been very active and stuff, but I didn't know Wendy or Deirdre very well before. And they became like some of my best buds. We were traveling, around all night, every night, going to, Nats games and bars and stuff like that. And, it's like, hey, I got a free dinner, Deirdre, Wendy, let's go do some stuff. Yeah. So like, that was just the kind of the energy and the vibe that was created over the whole weekend. This big, wonderful amoeba of, just love. Everybody was just great.
We're going to dig into this more.
We almost tackled each other at Nomad Lounge.
Well, I'm going to move.
It's beautiful.
I'm going to move into a couple of meetups because, well, first of all, Deirdre, Wendy, and Selena had met me before. I think it was back in January, at least, or multiple times.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So them meeting me this time wasn't all that special. their meetups before were special. So I got to ask. So, Glenn, what was it like when you met me for the first time? Where were we?
I don't remember actually. Yeah.
I do.
That's how.
Well, we got to tell the story first that I got broken on the second morning at Star Wars Land. I was feeling so nauseous and my back was hurting and stuff like that. So I had to.
I think that might have been my fault.
You were the 6-year-old who was driving, Selena. The Millennium Falcon.
I was the pilot of the Millennium Falcon, and I was not as good as Chewie is.
We almost lost Glenn on the first day.
So I had to head back to the room. Of course, my brother, who we'd been traveling with, took that opportunity to travel with Robin, Selena, and Katie, and everyone back to Epcot, and met the Father before I did. I was the second Kessler to meet you, Kurt.
Yes, that was really cool. Yeah, actually, and thanks a lot for another thing that was happening because of the messaging group. We had spies and communication all over the parks of what was going on, and I was a little bit disappointed because I was looking forward when I arrived. I came in early in the morning. I got up at like 2:00 in the morning to get down there on that Friday. We were going to go to Epcot pretty much just so that we can get our coasters with our 4 trips into Epcot was the first thing. And then we were going to go over to Hollywood Studios, and we had plans to all do the Tower of Terror and redo. Oh, look at Jackie's trying to join us. Let me see if I can bring her on. We were going to do the Tower of Terror all together and redo the Judy move.
I know. I'm so disappointed that didn't work.
I know.
I'm okay with it.
Me too. I had a hashtag ready to go viral. Hashtag
Selena, I was
still live in the parks. Anyone who's there.
I was trying so hard. I was doing anything to get Selena on that ride.
You would have done it, Selena. You would have risen to the occasion.
I probably would have, but I was pretty happy that wait was a ridiculous amount of time.
You seemed so devastated.
Hey, Jackie.
Hi.
You got on.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi, everybody. Sorry, I don't know if I'm out sitting
Hi,
outside.
Jackie.
Hey,
I
Jackie.
can't see you. For some reason, it says 5B.
There she
There
is.
you
There you
are.
are.
Here I am.
Hey, Jackie. Welcome to the call.
Guess you didn't make it to upstate New York. I still see 5B. I don't know if it's weird.
I see her. Well, welcome. You just crashed our party.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry.
Yay!
No, it's just like
My kids are
G3.
finally asleep.
Yeah. This reminds me of G3. It's like, you know what the common theme was? Like, we were going around. I have, the 3 that are with me, my wife and Judy and Ken, and then someone else would join us, and then we go do an attraction, and someone else would join us. We had this like little train going on, and the cast members, they always ask you, how many are you? And I'm like, I don't know. Can you? It's like, you're working. Why don't you tell me how many we got? Because I keep losing track, and
That's funny.
and I'm not really wanting to do math on this vacation. So it was like always, you're always running into people that were part of the podcast, which was a lot of fun for me. Where were we? So so I was disappointed. Like Glenn was posting that. What was it? 180 minutes or something was the wait at Tower of Terror.
Yeah, 120. It had gone down, and they were transferring people's fast passes to those everything fast passes. They must have been down to one train or something like that. I don't know.
I was having a really frustrating start. I'll probably save that for my trip report, but I was having kind of a frustrating start. And then we were in line. There was at least another wait for us to get on a boat. And so we got your message. I was like, I'm disappointed we're not going to see you guys. But on the other hand, I knew we were going to do the Wine Bar George, and I was like, well, let's just hang around here in Epcot. And then who shows up is your brother, Glenn, and Rob and Katie. And who else was with us that time, Rob? I don't remember. We started going around World Showcase, though. Was there someone else? I don't remember.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rob's friends, right? Or did they come?
Yeah,
later?
we ran into them at the Mexico Pavilion at some point.
Okay. So, I mean,
we met back up.
it just all started. Like, here's more people that we know, and we just started hanging around. So that was cool. But, so Glenn, what I was starting to get to is you met me at Wine Bar George.
At Wine Bar George, yeah, that was the last event of the night. Was meeting over at Disney Springs at Wine Bar George, up in the second floor. I'd never been to Wine Bar George before, and just kind of rolling up there solo and making my way up and just seeing at that point, a table and a half full of geeks. And there you were with your back turned. I kind of came up to you and, gave you a big hug. Beautiful, man.
I don't remember you jumping on a couch or anything for me, though.
Nah. The energy had already gone.
The energy was already low.
It was a different vibe. I think I would have gotten kicked out of Wine Bar George. I don't know. Maybe I got Top of the World Lounge pegged wrong. That seemed like a classy joint too. But no, it was awesome.
Perfect. It was absolutely perfect when you did that. Perfect.
It might have been a little tinge of motion sickness still. So if you jumped that quickly, you might have,
I like in the picture. I like in the picture he's pointing to me. I thought that was kind of cute.
Yeah.
That was I really liked
it. It was a great scene. And you're a big dude, Kurt. I don't know if you know that, but I'm about 5'9",
Yeah.
Just gave you that big hug, and you just wrap those big Papa Bear arms around, and it just feels good, man. So that was a long time coming. Like everybody knows who's been listening. We've been going at this for 5 years now. Since episode 12, and I know I've been listening actually since episode 4, and then went back and listened to the first 3. But to finally meet you after all that time and all that interaction and all this time on the podcast, it was just a real special experience. And I'm sure we'll talk about it later, but just getting to spend my last, I'd say about 6-8 hours that I was, awake on Disney property, hanging out with just you. That was pretty awesome. And then later, that dinner with Deirdre and Wendy.
Yeah, we're going to talk
about that
too.
Way to kind of end it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is kind of weird when you see people for the first time, see what size they are. I guess it's a little. I don't know how else to say it. It doesn't bother me any. Yeah, I've realized I'm bigger than most people.
Well, it was wonderful with your red hat on. I mean, anytime we needed to find you, you were like your own weenie. And I hope you don't mind that word.
That's an interesting word to use, but I know what you mean. I had that. Yeah,
keep it Disney, people. Keep it Disney.
I had a lot of people comment that they found me because of the red hat, which was unintentional, but it worked out well for sure. Now,
at the Hanson concert, right?
Yes, absolutely. There was somewhere, I think it was at the Run Disney event. Someone else said that same thing to me. I had lots of encounters that were unplanned that were really fantastic too. One of them was the first person I met when I got there into Epcot. Does Rob know who that was?
I do.
That was I'd love to tell my story from my standpoint, but why don't you tell how it happened for you?
So we were messaging, just trying to coordinate, where everybody was at. Katie and I were walking. I think we were going to head over to Hollywood Studios, or I forget where exactly we were heading.
Probably, because you're probably going to go over to the Tower of Terror kind of thing.
Yeah, well, that was Friday. So we were heading back over. We had zipped over to Epcot for a little bit, and then we were heading back over to Hollywood Studios. I see Judy and Ken coming, making their way down.
Okay.
So I bump into them first.
Oh, okay.
And so we hung out for about 5 or 10 minutes, and we were still. You guys, I think you and Margita had gone to do something with annual passes. I think get your annual passes set up. So then I send you a message that I'm over in Ireland. And you're like, where?
I'm like,
where's Ireland?
Where the heck? I've been to Disney World and World Showcase many times. I'm like, where the heck is he talking about Ireland?
So then we just we're standing there waiting to see if you guys walked by, and I was expecting you to come from, basically I was looking towards the International Gateway,
right?
So I was waiting for you to come that way. Katie was looking the opposite way. So you and Margita snuck up on me.
Right.
And I saw Margita come out of the corner of my left eye, and I just turned around and screamed and almost tackled her and then almost tackled you.
That's right. Yeah. But I mean, we were literally steps because I had just passed, because it's a food and wine festival, the Ireland booth was there.
Yes.
I think I just made a comment because I remember having the Guinness milkshake there. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get that Guinness milkshake again. And then I'm watching my phone and Rob says, I'm in Ireland. I went, Ireland? I didn't put it together right away. It's like, what the heck's he talking about? Ireland. And I'm like, I start looking around and you're literally like 5 steps behind me. We must have walked right by you too. Because we did come from that direction.
You stuck by me.
I got by you. And that was just a funny encounter. And you're the first you and Katie were the first ones I met coming down from the flight and stuff. Rob kept staring at me, guys. It was a little creepy.
Like an evil eye stare?
He couldn't believe I was real.
Like in disbelief.
Yeah.
He was starstruck.
I was a little bit. You're right.
It was really cute. It was really cute. But that was a lot of fun. I actually ran into Wendy. We were really having a frustrating time. I mean, I couldn't get in the park because we forgot that we didn't renew our annual pass, that we had to do it when we got down there. So first of all, I couldn't get in the park. And then in our magic bands, we forgot the PIN number. Margita was down with Lindsay after her graduation. I think she had a PIN number. So I can't get a snack. I couldn't get a beer. Like, all these things are going wrong. I ran to Wendy. I was probably a little short with her because we were running around trying to do stuff. But I did see Wendy too, right?
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
And you were off, and you were trying to find something at Coastal Eats, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was on my way, and you were on your way. We just kind of passed right there at Epcot. I was trying to find something for lunch, and it was like late. It was like 2 or 3 o'clock. It was late to be finding something for lunch.
Well, the first 4 days kind of all went like this, actually, for me. It was I was explaining to somebody at work today, like my Sunday. Oh my gosh, Wendy's going to come over and she's going to do my trip report with me on Saturday. So we'll get into details, but I don't know about you guys, but I was running from early morning to late at night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was everybody doing the same as me?
Yeah.
Every day.
The one morning I slept in till 6 a.m. That's my sleeping day. All the rest of the days I was up at like 4:45 to be at Galaxy's Edge when it opened.
Well, that was part of it.
And of course, you wake up at 6 a.m. and your Facebook Messenger has 86 previous messages from the last 2 hours.
Like, who's here? Who's here? You're right. Absolutely.
It was crazy. Yeah,
There's a couple times I just gave up.
I think in total, don't even bother, Kurt, asking me about how my resort was, because I'm pretty sure over 3 nights I was there for 12 hours total. That's about it. In fact, I think G3 actually stands for go, go, go. I think I just realized that. Just never stop.
It's so true.
Sometime it pedals.
I like it.
Let's talk about some of those experiences. I mean, as far as we'll go quickly with the resorts. So we were at the Pop Century. I think some folks were trying to stay where we were staying. Glenn, you and your brother were there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what. Let's talk about this. But from Pop Century, the attraction for me was the Skyliner.
Oh yeah.
And
Agreed.
we were lucky enough to get the room that we requested. And we were on the 60s, Building 5, which was so close to the main building and food court, and really halfway between to the Skyliner.
That's the best. That is the absolute best building, I think. Don't tell anyone who's listening to this, because that's where we put in our request for, and we did not get there. We got the furthest building away from that in the 90s building. I think Building 8, and we were the top floor all the way back butt corner. Oh my gosh. So that was not convenient for us, but I was really jealous that you got that. But what did you think of them, Kurt, the Skyliners?
Oh my gosh. I got mixed feelings, I guess, because I had some incidents, but when it works, it's really amazing. It's such an addition. I mean, just put it in terms of the transportation for the resort. I was really impressed with how convenient it was. It's fun. It's exciting. It's, it gets you, I mean, instead of taking the bus, like from Pop Century, you go to Caribbean Beach where there's kind of a hub. The hub takes you from either over to Epcot or it goes over to Hollywood Studios. So you can get onto both of those parks from there. And even coming home, we got out late of the fireworks one night and took it back. And Kevin was riding with us. Kevin Curtis Allen we forgot about him. Yeah, he went on this trip too. But he was pinging me before we got on. He was just getting out of work and going to bed. But anyways, yeah, I was really impressed. I recorded. I started my recorder, and we were 10 minutes in line. And this is all the people coming out of the fireworks from Epcot and that first station there in the International Gateway. And 10 minutes in line, it just kept moving. So there's a flow there, and no problem getting on. and in another 20 minutes, less than that, we were back at our resort. So, when it worked, I got a story. I'll probably tell in my trip report, but I had a snafu that really was horrible. I think they're still working the kinks out for sure. Ken and I were talking about that. Anything technical like this that they're doing, there's inevitably kinks that they got to get out. But what did you guys think of the Skyliner? Did you get a chance to ride them?
I loved it. I thought it was super quick to get from Epcot. I mean, I took it from Epcot to Hollywood Studios, and I think it took round trip, or total time 18 minutes.
Yeah,
so it was really, really fast.
And you and Katie, you and Katie were at Pop too, right?
Yep, we were.
Yeah.
And we actually got Building 9. And we had stayed there back in November. And I liked that building just because it was really close to the bus stop. So from that perspective, it's super convenient to be able to just run and kind of cut across the parking lot there. A little bit less convenient getting over to the Skyliner, but not horrible by any stretch of the imagination.
I mean, it dropped me off literally like 50 feet from my room. I mean, it was just amazing. For me, I thought it was fantastic. Deirdre, where did you stay on this trip?
I stayed at Bay Lake Tower for a few nights, and then I went to French Quarter for 2 nights on the weekend.
Yeah.
And then I went to Copper Creek and did my first DVC homestay. I mean, Bay Lake Tower was also a DVC stay.
Yeah,
but Copper Creek is my home resort, so I got to do my first welcome home stay there.
Congratulations on your DVC.
Thank you.
I know you bought that when we were there in January, I believe, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So what'd you think of living the high life?
I thought it was great. I mean, I really loved Bay Lake Tower. I love that location. And
I think you were messaging me. I think you were messaging me and sending me pictures. You were pretty impressed.
Yeah, when I first got into the room, I had to message you right away and chat with you a little bit. Tell you what room I was in.
Were you kind of on the contemporary side?
Yeah, I was on the 6th floor looking at Magic Kingdom and the Contemporary. So I was right above the walkway that goes over to Contemporary.
Yeah. So what's the best part about Bay Lake Tower? My Bay Lake Tower, as I like to say.
Well, the convenience to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
And then the great food options.
Oh, yeah.
Contemporary. And then the Top of the World Lounge is right there. So that, because I was still there Thursday night when we got together at Top of the World.
You let these scoundrels into the Top of the World Lounge on your DVC?
I had to go down and meet Tony McDaniel at the, remember we were all up there and then he needed to get up. And so I went down and brought him up. So he was the only one I was responsible for.
I just had to leave because Bay Lake Tower is also one of my home resorts on Bay Lake Tower in Animal Kingdom. Yeah. I just had to leave the names. Like I left Judy and Ken's name. Yeah. And they said just have them show ID when they get here and you don't have to come back down. So it was nice.
Oh, cool. Awesome. You did Copper Creek too? What'd you think of that one, Deidre?
I love that too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't beat the atmosphere at the Wilderness Lounge.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
So, yep.
And Wendy, did you stay at a new resort that you never did before too?
I did. I'd never stayed at Boardwalk. I was actually supposed to be there all 4 nights. And then when I realized we were doing Top of the World Lounge, I just kept looking. And all of a sudden I found a room at Bay Lake Tower. So the Thursday night I stayed at Bay Lake Tower. And then I moved over to Boardwalk. And I stayed at the very last room at the end of the hall. You could not be further away from Epcot than I was staying. But the room, we're also DVC, and that room's living room was probably twice as large as any DVC room.
Oh, cool.
I don't know why, but if you ever want a 1-bedroom with a lot of room, I mean, they had 2 balconies off the living room because it was so big.
Nice.
So, I mean, it was just me, so it was kind of wasted on me, especially because we were going from 5 a.m. till, fireworks. But
all because of you. We'll tell that story too.
That might have been me.
Right, Deirdre? Selena was with us too.
Yeah.
We're going to tell that story too. All right. Selena and Jackie, you guys stayed at a different place.
Yeah. So we were at Fort Wilderness. We stayed in the cabins there.
Yeah. So was that the first time staying there?
Yeah, first time in the cabins. I think, Jackie, had you been at Fort Wilderness a long while ago?
Well, yeah. I had been at Fort Wilderness like as a teenager, and I went camping. We took the tent and did the whole thing. But this was the first time as an adult and our first time glamping, if you will. So
I like it.
yeah, I think that's probably the way to go with the kids. The kids didn't even want to go into the parks at some days. They were like, we just want to ride the golf cart. And I was like, we're okay. But no. So they had a blast. I think it was really, really awesome.
Yeah. We don't talk about those cabins. I don't think a lot of people even know about them. Tell us a little more how many people can you get in there? You guys had 6 in there. Is that kind of what? Right?
Yeah. So we had the Jackie and her husband and the 2 little ones. So they shared a room with bunk bed and the bed there.
Yeah.
And then there was a pull-out couch for me and my husband, which was fine. Worked out well.
Yeah. It was spacious. I mean, there was a lot of space. It was set up like somebody had said it was like a mobile home almost.
Okay.
It had a kitchenette. It wasn't a full kitchen, so they had 2 stovetop and then a full refrigerator, and it was like a convection oven / microwave. So I think you could bake in it, but I don't know if I would trust myself to bake in something like that since I'm not used to it. But it came with a full setup, almost like DVC. It had a coffee maker and the coffee and full kitchenware. It had the dishes and the silverware and everything. So we were pretty set up.
Nice.
We had breakfast in the morning. Like we were able to make breakfast and everything, and we're local. So we're local enough, 3 hours. But we were able to go shopping because we had our car, grocery shopping, and have the essentials that you kind of need with kids. So.
Very cool option. Very cool option. All right. Well, I didn't realize we were going to talk so much about the resorts, but we had a lot of different options there. It's kind of fun to go through those. Let's talk about our next topic we love talking about, which is food. Glenn, what did you have any interesting food options on this trip?
I'm gonna just kind of punt on this one. Strangely enough, and food is normally one of the main reasons that I go down to Disney. I didn't really indulge in a lot of unique and different food options. I was just so busy hanging out with geeks and doing new experiences that I didn't really focus on the food. But I will say one thing, and that's that Jeff and we decided to get the dining plan this trip. And, I'm a pretty strong opponent of the dining plan. I almost never think that, it makes sense. But he and I had kind of rationalized, oh, yeah, we're going to go eat steak and lobster at every meal. And, we just kind of found that hard to stick to when the plans change as much as they were during this event or, really kind of any event. You can, you can just kind of find yourself being drawn away. So, we had some nice food options at the kiosks around Epcot and enjoyed some of those. But I'm gonna save my time and I'll give that to one of my other fine esteemed colleagues here.
Well, I'll ask then. But I got invited to a dinner, which was really fun, to Whispering Canyon. Deirdre,
that was fun.
Wendy, and Glenn and I hadn't been there in many years, so I'm glad I got permission to go.
You can thank Jeff for that. We left a whole table service, or he left a whole table service sitting on the account. And I was like, well, we're gonna use this one. And Wendy and Deirdre and I were gonna go and do that. And Wendy said, you know what, Kurt likes a free meal. I was like, yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't mind this rumor getting out. Kevin got me a couple of quick service. Yeah. Kevin got me breakfast and a lobster roll, I think, too. I can remember from his quick. He had extra quick services he was sharing with me. Yeah, awesome.
That was a good meal, though. I mean, that was a filling meal, a very substantive meal. And if you like meat and you like the meat sweats, as Holly says, this is your jam because it was nonstop meat skillets, just full and full. And you could keep asking for more, and we did.
And they still do the ketchup routine because I had heard that they had stopped some of that shenanigans over there, but they were still doing bring the ketchup thing.
Well, you know what else they do? You know what else they do, Kurt, is head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And I had a wonderful video of you doing that. But unfortunately, I switched phones right after G3. My phone got scratched, and I switched to a new one, and that video got lost in the shuffle. So
well, I'm not upset about that because that routine is not one of my better routines. I'm not all that coordinated when it comes to dance routines like that.
I was amazed you could bend over after all the meat. It
Oh
was
my
an impressive feat.
gosh. All right. That was fun. Let's see. Deirdre, what were you doing for meals? Did you have anything interesting besides that wonderful Whispering Canyon?
Yes, I was just quickly making some notes about that. One place I tried I'd never been to was the Grand Floridian Cafe, and I was really impressed with that meal. I had shrimp and grits.
Ooh, yes.
Margita told me to get those, and I did, and she was right. But the interesting thing that I did is I took the Taste of the Magic Kingdom tour, and right. I think that was a tour that you guys are interested in doing sometime. So
yeah, I'm doing it in January.
Yeah.
How are you?
Tell us about that. Yeah.
Yeah, they took us. We met at Tony's Town Square, and they, talked to us a little bit about what we were going to be doing, and fed us cinnamon roll, the big Mickey head cinnamon rolls and coffee.
Nice.
And then we walked over to Casey's. Didn't have a hot dog, didn't have anything there, but they just talked about that restaurant and showed us the kitchen and talked about how it used to be set up with the bleachers.
Yeah.
And then they took us to the Jungle Skipper Canteen and gave us cachapas. That's a shredded pork on a corn cake. It's so good.
Ooh.
And
nice little taste. A little taste
of
it.
The head chef, just a nice little plate. And the head chef and the sous chef came out and answered questions. That was really interesting. They took us to Tortuga Tavern, and we had some turkey leg. And then we went to that, I can't remember I think it's the Diamond Horseshoe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Went in there and had a little salad. And then we went to Be Our Guest and had the gray stuff.
Interesting.
And the funny thing that happened there is we were actually because they take you into some back parts that, where you're not allowed to take pictures, where only cast members can go.
Yeah.
And we were standing behind Be Our Guest outside, and Gaston came out of the door, and he was talking to the cast member that he was with. He was just talking as himself, and he turned around, he saw us standing there, and then immediately went into character. So we actually caught Gaston out of character. And then he strutted by us and said, "Well, now you can go on with your day. You've seen me." And then they took us to Cosmic Rays and had just the worst thing in the world. It was a plant-based sloppy Joe that was just, I thought was terrible. So I would say the food was really interesting, and the stories were great, and getting into the back areas, it was like a lot of the tours where you get to see things that usually only cast members see. So I recommend it, and you can justify the cost because it really does cover your breakfast and lunch that day.
Yeah, perfect.
You pretty much eat for 3 hours. So
nice. That sounds like a lot of fun. I like that. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that one. And you're reminding me. I don't know why you reminded me, but Deirdre, I know you and Wendy. What did you guys think of Wine Bar George? I know you guys had food. I was actually impressed that I know Kevin and Deborah, they were able to use their meal plan up there. Were you guys? Yeah, I was surprised by that. And I got to tell you guys, I thought the Wine Bar George was going to be kind of an uppity place, like more formal. It was pretty casual.
Yeah, I thought it was nice. And the food I had was good.
My food was delicious.
And the wine was really good.
What did you guys have up there?
I stuck with the white from Burgundy, France, which is my favorite. So it's nice to be able to get like a really nice glass of wine or two. Nice. And it was a good, they don't have a huge menu, but what they have, I think they do well.
Excellent. Yeah.
And what was very nice was that when I told them what was going on, that we had a group of people, they went out of their way the manager came up to talk to me and find out how many were coming. And they found 2 tables for us next to each other. And so they were very accommodating. Yeah.
Sometimes when you show up with a group of people, we had this at one of the meetings. Actually, Selena, you and Jackie were with us when we were.
The meet at that January.
And Wendy was there too.
Were so rude. Yeah, when they were trying to seat us, and they were like rude to us, and they wouldn't give us a big long table because they're like, no, you can't have that, and they were not nice to us. Where was that in January? In Disney Springs.
Yeah.
Jock Lindsay's.
No.
Jock Lindsay's.
So was the Edison maybe?
It's the one below there.
The one downstairs from the Edison.
Yeah.
Oh, Mario Nenzo's.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
They were not happy that we were there.
Excellent. Wendy, did I cover any? You have any good food options? Did you guys?
I actually had quite a few new things. I've never been to Be Our Guest.
Oh, okay.
So I did the Be Our Guest breakfast, which I actually really liked a lot.
Was that with us? That was the whole gang.
That was the whole gang.
Oh, we got to mention that too. Yeah, we had a good. Yeah, that was just a fun time, right?
Yeah.
Who was
great.
Who Who was there?
Yeah.
Rob was there. Rob, you
I
were
was
there.
there. Katie was there.
Yeah.
I was there.
Glenn
Jared
was there. Yeah, we had a good crew there. That was fun.
Yeah.
What was so good there?
My meal wasn't, I had an egg white, which I thought was going to be an omelet, but it was more like a little egg white scramble. So my individual dish was a little sparse, but then they brought the stuff for us to share on the table. They brought like the rolls and all that like good pastry stuff. And then, your hot drink came with it and juice came with it. So it actually made a nice breakfast.
I got the first cinnamon roll. Yeah,
What a surprise.
they put it on the table and I stole the first one.
I think I have pictures of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think the plate hit the table. Kurt had it.
That's mine.
Might have been from somebody
I claimed
else at
it.
the table, actually.
I claimed it first. Yeah, right. You gonna eat that?
So I actually went to Olga's Cantina for breakfast in Galaxy's Edge, which was really interesting. I loved the atmosphere and the whole place itself.
Right.
They did not have a lot of choices for breakfast. I think there was only 2 things. I had the oatmeal type of breakfast, but it was actually black, like some kind of flax or chia seed something.
Okay.
So I was a little unexpecting that, but the place itself was so cool. It was definitely worth going. And then where did we go, Glenn and Selena? When we were in Galaxy's Edge, there was another place where Stacy got that Ronco wrap.
Yeah, the Ronto Roasters.
Ronto Roaster.
That's the super quick service. And they also have the Docking Bay 7, but that was the Ronto one where they're
Ronto Roaster.
spinning the meat. The robot is spinning
That
the
was
meat.
really neat, really neat. And then I tried in Riviera that new restaurant, Topolino's. And that they were having a little service issue the night that we were there. It took like half an hour for us to seat us. And then they just were bringing out, they said food as you ordered it. However, 2 people ordered the exact same thing and only one of them got served. And we were there for hours.
Now, wait, was this the one that you went with Chris Cates and Holly and everyone?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that wasn't at Riviera. That was at Gran Destino Tower over at Coronado, and that's Toledo that you were at.
Toledo. That's
Yeah.
what I was trying to think. Toledo, yep. Toledo's the one. So I think, they had only been open since August, and I think they had a little growing pains yet to go because I thought their service was probably the worst I've ever seen at Disney.
Yep. Did you guys try any of the food and wine? Did you have any food and wine places that you had something? I know I got to tell you guys, I was really impressed. I can remember the first time I did food and wine years ago. I was a little bit disappointed. I like big portions and the expense was high and the portions were small. I was impressed with what they're slinging over there now, I tell you.
Yeah.
Glenn, I had it on my must-do list to do the filet.
The filet. How'd you do?
In Canada. Part of the frustration was that was one of the ones we were trying to get when my pin wasn't working. So I'm like,
Oh no.
when I finally got a chance to eat it, it was like I'd been, starving for a week. But both Mom and I got one of those. I was impressed with the size of that thing. I was like, wow, I was pretty satisfied because I was hungry by that time. I was dying. Just really good. So that was my first experience there. Would you guys have anything good?
We split some of that ribs from Italy, remember, Kurt?
Yes.
And that was a huge rib.
Yeah, right. Is that where you got that? I just remember you stick it in my face and I ate it.
That's right. Yeah, I was shocked at how much it was. I was like, who's going to take this?
Yeah, like 3 of them. I'll try it.
Cheese bread.
I do it all for research. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right, Rob.
That cheese bread in Brazil.
Right. I saw you guys. That was that first day too. We ran into. We were over. I think that was the first day. We met you guys in Brazil. Mom and I were over there. No, she told me
the only thing at Food and Wine I tried was the Brazilian bread.
Oh,
the
really?
Cheese bread. Yep. I said I have to have this, and then I lost track of everything else and just had some nachos and margaritas, and that was it.
They'll stand by.
I tried the smoked corned beef, and it was such a large portion I could only eat half of it. And I was like, it was literally the first booth I came to, and I had been up since like 4 a.m. traveling. And by the time I went to my hotel and got to Epcot and got to Food and Wine, it was like the first booth. So I'm like, oh, I'll try that. It was just incredibly large. I mean, I could not. I ate literally half of it, and then I was full. I couldn't try anything else. But then I did try. I think when I saw you, Kurt, I did try the scallops and the crab cakes, and those were both very good. Much smaller portions, but I was happier with them.
Well, somebody had posted in our group before I went down about that corned beef, and I went.
I did. I posted.
Was that you? I went straight for that. I went straight for that bad boy. I was all about that, and that thing did not disappoint. That had cheese curds. Right? Yeah. She was digging it into the. She had these like clips, and she was going down and like taking this huge glob out. I was like, oh my gosh! And they had cheese curds and a cheese sauce. That was just spectacular.
Potato chips. They were on a potato
chips. That's right. Oh my, no wonder. Yes, my favorite chips. They're a killer. I had not Glenn. Kevin Curtis Allen was with me at some point. We really didn't have a chance. I think we had just eaten too. I was like, Kevin, come on. Everyone was kind of lagging behind. Let's hop over here and I got another one. I had him. He got one, and he kept saying, I got so many snack credits. So he got that, and I think the sliders too.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I was all about
Anyone have the
that.
lobster roll from American Pavilion?
I didn't this year, but I did last year. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was so good.
Oh yeah.
I had that on a different day.
It is.
That was good.
It's buttery, right? It's a nice buttery one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't think it was as buttery as what Columbia Harbor House does.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know. It was like more. Well, and the lobster was more like mayonnaise mixed than what.
Oh, was it?
Just
It
like
was.
that.
Oh,
right, it was.
okay. That's different. I think last year it was different.
Yeah, but it was really, really good. Probably one of my favorite things.
Excellent. The Selena was mentioning the Brazil one. They also had what was that pork
Pork belly.
pork belly? Yes, that was good too. Man, I was loving the few things that I had a chance to do.
Everything I had was excellent.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody have the cheesecake? The maple bourbon cheesecake?
Deborah did.
Where's that?
I
That was
wanted that, but I didn't get to it.
It was.
It's huge,
I think
too.
I had it twice. Yeah, it was pretty good, pretty decent size. I think I had it twice, and then when I was down in September, I ate it twice too.
They had
It was just.
I guess you like that, huh?
It was. Yeah, I'm a cheesecake guy.
They had a beef stroganoff there too. That was really good.
Mm-hmm. And then the brat in Germany, that was excellent as well.
Love it.
It was on a pretzel bread.
Good job.
Yum.
Let's keep talking. You know, we got some more. Selena and Jackie, do you guys have any good food options while you're down there? What'd you guys do?
Selena, you have the list, so go ahead.
She's got it all written down.
Well, so my husband and I, Jackie couldn't make it work because of the timing with the reservation. We did, storybook dining
Oh, you
for
did?
the first time. So we went on Saturday night. We had a great time. I really enjoyed it. I thought the entertainment, the characters, that was a lot of fun. The food was very good. I got the pork shank, which I did not care for it, but it was cooked beautifully. It was just seasoned. I just didn't, something about it just wasn't for me.
Right.
But my husband got the prime rib, and we basically immediately after I decided I didn't like my pork, we switched plates and I ate his whole dinner. But it was all very good. Our service was great. I got to meet the evil queen, which was a lot of fun. She was a great character.
Yeah, good characters there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's kind of.
But then
I can't believe you guys did all this stuff without me. Like I thought, I thought I was hanging with you guys the whole time.
I know. I told my husband, I said, we're going to have a nice dinner. I didn't mention there were characters so that I could lure him into it and to going to the parks.
I noticed from my lady geeks, they have this special power with their husbands. They know how to work the system.
Yeah, I
think it's called
mentioned prime
hoodwinking.
rib.
Hoodwinking, yeah.
You mentioned the prime rib. You forget to mention the princesses.
We're doing that in January, Selena, so I'm glad you gave it a thumbs up.
Yeah, I did. I liked it a lot.
Nice.
So it's been something I know, Glenn, I think you have coming up is the brunch that Jackie and I did with her family.
You did it again?
That was really good.
I'm dreaming about that.
You did this again, right?
Yeah.
Yep, it was a repeat because we love it so much.
Because you know what, Glenn? They were hanging out with me and they were trying to be nice, but they're like, we got to go now because we got this brunch over at the, and I was like, you guys, I know all about your California brunch. I'm on to you.
Yeah.
You two have made that thing famous. I think people are really booking that now because of you two.
And I'm feeling kind of like the pressure. So if somebody goes and says, it wasn't worth it.
Now you know how I feel.
I think it'll live up to it.
Now you know how I feel. Yeah.
So how long were you guys there? Do you do like a full 3 hours, or are you in and out because you've got the kids, or what is it?
So my recommendation is not to bring children to the brunch. It was fine, and they did great. I mean, obviously Disney handles everything beautifully and everything like that, but I mean, the brunch is one of the higher priced higher price points. I think it was like $55 per kid. Wow. And I have a 3 and a 4-year-old, and they are definitely not eating $55 worth of food. I think between the two of them, they each had a pancake. Like, that was it. So
no mimosas either.
Yeah. And exactly. I mean, like, they're getting mimosas with no champagne. I mean, come on. So I had to drink for them.
Jackie, Mama and Judy babysit for a cost.
Oh well, I don't know. I would have just left them in.
I'd do it for $50 and get off half price.
Seal.
Yeah. So, I mean, they had fun and it was great, and it was good to bring them just to see, how it would be for future. But definitely I think that's one of the adult only meals that we will aim for next time. But it was still delicious. I mean, Selena and I were making our notes, and my husband got the bison burger, which we weren't expecting it to be like the hit of the table, but we were all eating that bison burger.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lots of food.
Rob, you talk about the bison burger at Geyser Point.
At Geyser Point.
Yes.
What are they doing with the bison at Disney World that they're making it so good?
It's fantastic. And the first time I ever had it was in July, and I was like, what is this? Because I'd never had bison burger ever anywhere. And I was like, holy cow, this is phenomenal.
Well, so the thing that I noted with the brunch, the bison burger, I don't know if they do it this way at Geyser Point. It has a truffle onion jam, and I don't know. That's, I think, what brought it over the edge. Yeah, it was very decadent and really good.
Killer.
Wow. There's something like a fruity type jam, but it's not truffle at Geyser Point. But I'm not sure what it is.
Well, if you can find a truffle, if they have truffle jam anywhere on the menu, ask them to put it on the bison burger, and you will not be disappointed.
Glenn, what did we get at Nomad Lounge? You ordered the octopus, because I'd never had octopus either.
That octopus is my favorite thing on property. Absolutely.
Yeah, with the squid ink.
Yes, the squid ink aioli.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
best 3 droplets on property too there.
That was really good.
Yeah, they talk about that. They didn't talk about it this time because we were busy talking too much. But when you go to Tiffin's, you can order that as an appetizer, and they'll tell you they pound that thing for 8 hours or something like that.
Wow.
So it is super, super tender, and it is. And I've seen a couple of the geeks have been getting that. I saw some posts recently, and that is just tops on my list.
Deirdre, you had that at Wine Bar George, right? Roasted octopus.
Yeah, it was an octopus salad. Yeah, it was good.
Oh, salad.
It was different because the octopus was cut up in small pieces, so it was quite different from the one at
Nomad.
Tiffin's. Nomad at Tiffin's.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the Nomad one. I mean, the octopus is great in and of itself, but that squid ink aioli, which comes in 3 little drizzles on the side, and then they put a romesco underneath it, which is this like just very flavorful tomato based paste underneath. I mean, you can't lose with any of those bites. It's just such a delectable little item. And before we get off of food, we got to talk about Oga's charcuterie plate. Like, you've seen this thing online, and it looks like a hot mess. And
the bad and
I'm
the
all
ugly.
about the theming, so we got it. We got it when we went. Rob and Selena were there, and it looks different, like on the bar and one of the levels of tables, there's lights coming from underneath. And I think that really did a disservice to the visuals on this one because it just made everything look dark, right? Because the lights coming through and everything looked dark. The pictures you've seen online, it looks better. It's a burst of color and weird shapes and stuff. But it was weird, right, Rob? Selena, it was weird.
I had the peppers.
There were a lot of things I wasn't sure about, yeah. I think I let you guys try everything and said, okay, what was that?
Exactly. So I was thinking back on it, like it was definitely, if I could go back in time, I would do it again, but I don't think I would eat it again. right? Like I'm good. That's a one and done. But it was a great experience. Like it's not a one and done that I'm like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that. It's a one and done. Like I'm so glad we got that weird thing. And I feel like we were totally in world with all the drinks. Your drink, Selena, right? It was yours that was bubbling. The Hyperfuel, was it?
Bespin Fizz, was it?
The Bespin Fizz, is that?
The Fizz.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I've still got my Rancor Teeth beer flight that I didn't drink any of the beer. Thank you, Rob. Jeff and everyone else who drank that.
Everyone was so excited about the droid, to make a droid, and they're doing their own lightsabers. And I was excited to get that beer flight souvenir. I was in heaven. I got it right. I was trying to show you guys. I got it back here now. I love that.
Did you
thing.
like the beer? Did you like the beer that came with it, Kurt?
Yeah, mostly. I especially liked the IPA. Rob knows I like the IPAs. There it is.
Yeah.
Glenn's got it.
I'm with you, Kurt.
Yeah, there's
IPA, that's what I took is the IPA.
Yeah, there was a citrusy IPA, which I've come to find to be one of my favorites. And so I got the beer flight, and then I had a beer after. So I had 2 drinks there, and that just was a fun place. And you know what?
It's really fun.
You know what was even just as fun was that it's kind of communal seating. We had a couple of groups come in that were a lot of fun. I handed out buttons and magnets and told them I was a podcaster too. So, and
I would argue that we were the fun group in there.
I can imagine.
We had a lot of fun.
You had a big enough crew where you probably took up the whole table there too.
No, we were at the bar.
Oh, you're at the bar. Oh, look at you guys. Yeah, there's a lot of shady characters in that bar, though, so be careful.
What do you guys think of the rations?
The rations. What's that?
That was a Jell-O
It's
shot
a food.
thing, right?
It's a Jell-O shot.
Oh, jeez. That's funny.
Awesome.
I think I would describe it the same way that Glenn did with I'm glad that we did it. I don't ever need to do it again.
So wait, what does that say about me? Because I've had it a couple times.
Glutton for punishment.
Well, as usual on this podcast, it takes us an hour to get through the resort and the food. And so that's typical of this podcast. So I want to move on to the G3 activities. I got to say right up front here in public, thank you so much, everybody, that a lot of the people on this roundtable tonight played some kind of role in making this event a success. And it all kind of, I want to say it happened organically. People were just stepping up to do things. Glenn, of course, had his Kessler run, which we're going to talk about. Jackie and Selena had the idea to do, we ended up being a bingo game. I forget how we started talking about that, guys. That was going to be some kind of scavenger hunt was the first thing it was going to be. And that,
Well, it was a scavenger hunt bingo.
That's what
it was really.
Yeah. We just kind of brainstormed that, and it worked out to be the bingo thing, which was awesome. Deidre, you did the Facebook group. You just took it upon yourself to get that started like a long time ago. Rob, did you do anything? I don't know. Set up
I showed up.
Fun.
Yeah, you brought the
You
fun.
brought tasty cakes.
He
Rob
was
brought
there
tasty
for
cakes.
everything.
He definitely brought tasty cakes. I almost ate a whole box of those last night, and so and
Between Halloween and G3, we are in trouble here. Our waistlines are going.
oh my gosh,
We're going poo. We're going Tigger to poo.
Let's exactly. So we kind of talked about the Friday. Let's talk about Saturday, the Glenn Kessler run. Glenn, so you kind of you did invent this game. You're an expert at fast passes, and it features the best way to get fast passes and work the Magic Kingdom. Well, you have it for all the parks, but we were at the Magic Kingdom doing that. And
I think it works best at Magic Kingdom too.
Yeah, sure, because you got so many rides and attractions there. So how did you think it went, Glenn?
I thought it went really well. We had way more people doing it than I thought would do it. So I don't know, maybe a dozen or 15 or so were, I think, started. I don't know how many people kind of kept going. It was fun. We did it for just 6 hours, and I think that was kind of the sweet spot. Like any longer, and I think it would have felt like an obligation.
Yeah, true enough.
But like it was cool to kind of start at the beginning of the day. A lot of energy, a lot of excitement. I know a lot of people went for those big 3-point fast passes that you can stack 2 or 3 of them. And then after that, it kind of gets to be a little bit of a grind as you're looking at all these one pointers. Like I know I found myself going around Ariel for the third time, and I was like, "Oh no, do I really want to win this?"
I know my last two was Dumbo twice. Not even like Dumbo.
I rode the teacups for the first time ever in my life just to get points.
I rode the teacups by myself.
And you gave up Mine Train, I think, for that, Rob, right?
I did give up Mine Train at one like a 1:30 Mine Train. I'm like, nope, it's got to go.
Yeah, so I think the most fun part about it was knowing that there were geeks doing it, having our Facebook Messenger page open, and just having people kind of constantly chatting about where they were, what they were doing, what their strategies were. I kept checking in to make sure everyone was first taking it seriously and then taking it easy. Make sure that we weren't grinding. But I think next year, I've been thinking, how can we improve the Kessler run? It was so close to perfect, but I think we can improve it. We're going to add the spring roll cart to that. We're going to add.
Rob's in.
I might not come in last then.
Yeah, Rob wins that one.
Well, the spring roll cart was a distraction for me. Like that.
You'll see me pushing the spring roll cart to the finish line.
Especially because I hadn't tried the pepperoni and cheese spring roll yet. So that was definitely a distraction for me. I got stuck there for about a half hour.
Hey, what did you think
how
about
does
that
small
one?
world work?
I love it. Marinara
was not
sauce.
a big fan of that one. That was not my favorite of the
all of
monthly favorites. Yeah.
Well, I'm a big fan of anything Italian with sauce, so I'm going to be. I enjoyed that, but I ran into like Stacy came by there, so I got this. It's unfair to me. I got stuck with my family. They.
Listen,
I got distracted.
I got
Disney
stuck with a
words
couple
to
of little
live by.
kids
Right.
for a long time.
Exactly. Well,
I got stuck with a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old who only wanted to do the Speedway racers, and I said, I don't have a fast pass. Auntie doesn't want to do this right now. I rode it, and you know what? I came back from it.
You did. You were the big winner.
Well, we did.
Yes.
I put pedal to the metal. I was like, we're going as fast as this little thing's gonna go, and just put it along.
All right, and this is our chance, Selena, to dispel the controversy. You had misunderstood that the event ended at 3. You thought it was 3:30, and you were collecting your 20th point at that point.
I was in mid 20th point.
You were mid 20, but at that point you had already by 3 o'clock. You had already collected 19 points. And in the spirit of forgiveness, we had you back, and and you were the big winner.
That was the right thing.
Absolutely, that was impressive. Really impressive.
Yeah, Selena, what was your strategy? What was your strategy, and how did you win the Kessler run?
My strategy
was to ditch us.
Ditch children.
My sister and her children as fast as I could,
Yep.
and that didn't work out the way I planned. So it actually worked to my favor.
Nice.
Well, basically, I think the thing that put me over the edge is I somehow picked up that 1:37 Dwarfs Mine Train that Rob must have dropped because in the middle of the day I was looking for fast passes.
Rob,
That's what I found.
if it weren't for you, Rob, I would have won.
Yeah, so I was
That's-
big points.
And that's what's so
that's how I
magical.
got there.
Yeah, that's what's so magical about the Kessler run is those fast passes that just pop up, those big 3-pointers that pop up, and it just makes your day. So nicely done. That pushed you over the edge.
Well,
I think I had an Ariel just set ready to go, and I kept tapping and refreshing. I said, I refuse to ride this. I'm going to find something better. And there it was. I found it.
nice. A little bit of luck.
Well, Rob, you remember our final point that we grabbed?
Mickey Mouse.
You, me, and Katie went and hung out with Mickey Mouse. And of course, I had to tell Mickey about the Kessler run.
And he loved it.
That photo is great.
Oh my God, Mickey was
into
it.
Yeah, you got to tell them. We'd like to chat more, but we got to get to our next fast pass.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Mick, see you, man.
It's good seeing you, but I got to go. My distraction was my family. It started off good with Peter Pan, which I think is a 3-pointer, and then they wanted to do Small World. I said there was not a fast pass, so I got no points. But the only time my whole history in Walt Disney World, the cast member says, "Do you want to go again?" And of course, what did you think Mom and Auntie Judy said? Yeah, let's go again. So I did Small World twice in the beginning of the Kessler Run.
No fast pass.
Which was probably right. It's probably a fatal mistake on my part.
You got to stop hanging out with those people.
Yeah, exactly. I finally did ditch them, and I did run the teacups by myself and all that kind of stuff. It was, what was fun about it was like your strategy, Glenn, of, put your Mickey to the Mickey when you do your fast pass, and then immediately, instead of like walking through the queue, you're looking at the app trying to pick your next fast pass, and it was kind of fun to see what would pop up, and then if something, pick something, and then I think I like got Splash Mountain. I was like, oh, I so much want to ride Splash Mountain, but the time was like at 1:30, and this was only early on in the thing. I'm like, oh, I can't do that, right? You gotta play this game of let's drop a good 3-pointer and go for a 1-pointer because it's in a half hour.
Yeah, on most normal days, you would kill to have something like that, and you would be all over like, oh, I'm going to keep this.
That was a good score, right? On a normal day.
Yeah, like, nope, I got to give that up.
So kudos to Glenn.
In the day when we were going to have lunch, and we were, discussing, and Selena goes, "Ugh, we got to go eat something." We gotta refuel here. Come on.
I only ate a spring roll. Spring roll was all I had. No, and I was doing at the same time we were doing the bingo game, and I didn't want to have a Mickey bar, but I had to have a Mickey bar because it was on my card. So
card made me do it.
So Jackie and Selena made up our bingo cards, and these were they from the 50 geeky things? Not all, right? It was kind of a little bit of everything.
I think inspired by.
Inspired by, right. So
we originally had it where it was some of the 50 geeky things were in there, and we're like, that's really kind of hard. If you're not going to be, like, for instance, if you're not going to be in Animal Kingdom, you're not going to be able to go to Nomad Lounge. So that's kind of not fair to anybody who isn't, So we tried to level the playing field a little bit between the cards.
Nice. So that was a lot. I think Wendy won that one.
I did.
She filled up her whole card.
Big winner.
I did. Well, that was fun for me being by myself, because when we were doing the Kessler Run and I would have time in between, I would okay, well, I'm going to go to Starbucks for lunch because that was on my card. And, I was able to engage in a lot of cast members. And then when I would tell them what I was doing and I would show them the bingo, then I would talk to them. So for me, it was a lot of fun, and it really got me talking to a lot of cast members and a lot of other guests. I'm in line waiting to get into Magic Kingdom in the morning, and I found someone who was dressed just like me. And I said, I know this is going to sound really odd, but could I take your picture? I'll show you why. I'm not like a stalker. And then I show them. And so then they're helping me with things in the card. Well, you can get that here. You can get that here. So it was really fun, and it allowed me to talk to a lot of people in the park. So I absolutely loved it. It was great.
Excellent. Well,
sure. Do you remember when I found the guy with my name on the monorail going from
that's right.
Grand Floridian? I was basically hanging out the monorail door trying to get a picture with this guy. And I looked at him like, I can't see your name badge. I need another picture with you. He's looking at me like I'm a maniac.
Exactly. Yeah, he thought you were nuts. And I was trying to get his picture because he was from Connecticut, and that was on my card. But you know what? Right. All I got a picture of was the door closed. Truth be told.
And my arm hanging out of it.
That's right.
That was a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Good job, ladies.
Going back to Kessler Run, so we started at 9:00 and kind of had a start kickoff to run off and do that, and then everyone gathered back at where the stone and the sword is there, and that was really fun. And Chris Cates showed up. That was the first time I met Chris Cates ever. She came to that. Yeah, I call some of our early listeners, the first 5 that came on the podcast, my Fab 5. So I was thinking, I had Glenn there, who's one of my Fab 5, and I had, Chris isn't technically one of the Fab 5, but she's been around for a long time, very active and friends with a lot of people. And then, of course, Judy is one, and Heather Brainerd was there too. So I got a really good picture. and some video of that meetup, which was kind of special for me. And then Glenn did his award presentation, which was awesome. Glenn, you did such a great
Totally
job.
rehearsed that one for months beforehand. It went exactly as I planned.
You're a better man than me. I didn't.
People were like throwing new prizes at me, and like, you got to give this one. I was like, how many people we got? How many prizes we got? So I think we cobbled together something that looked human. Looked like an actual award ceremony. No, that was so beautiful, and the kindness of Judy and oh God, I don't want to forget if anyone else gave gifts. I can't remember if AJ gave any gifts.
AJ and Kevin definitely did, I think, too, because those two brought tons of things between chocolates and bottle openers and little purses, and I came in
Dodgers.
Jammy Dodgers, right? I got a United States pair of sunglasses for my last place finish, which was I'll treasure that forever. Yeah, it was fun. So fun. And thank you so much for donating the prints that you're well known for in our community. I think people really enjoyed that. That was pretty special. And then
absolutely, it's great to know that the geeks have got some of those paintings in their house now. So that's really neat too.
Yeah, I think already, Wendy, didn't you get the one that
I did. I got the big one. I'm waiting to get it framed. I'm going to put it up, and I have a bedroom here that has stuff for my grandkids. I have a bed and a crib and a changing table up there. So I'm waiting to get it framed to put it up.
Awesome. Glad you got it. And Selena, I think you got yours today or yesterday?
I just got it yesterday. Yeah. So same thing. I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want to put it, but I think I found my spot.
Yay.
Well, I'm glad they have a story behind them, and
yes,
they got a story behind it, and it's shipped with love from the Geekin community. So
that is a fact.
I think it's pretty special. So that was just off the hook fun.
Oh, and I just got to say one thing. When, like you said, Chris Cates was there and Heather was there. And I'd met Heather the night before, but that was my first time seeing Chris Cates. And Chris, and I have had this wonderful relationship going for so many years. She bought one of my paintings, not a Disney painting, just a painting of mine years ago. And, just been big fans of one another. And God, to see her for the first time, she was wearing her sunglasses and I saw her and I just gave her this big hug. And I pulled off her sunglasses. I was like, I got to see those beautiful eyes. And it was something like we were in a movie or something like that. It's like looking at one, and then we just both started crying. And it's just like the pent up, kind of love and energy that, that this community has fostered with complete strangers, but people who we've learned to love, across these miles and all these years. It's just intoxicating and amazing. Those are some of my favorite memories from the trip.
She shocked me. I didn't expect purple hair. I was expecting blonde, so I was a little thrown off at first.
That's her move, though. That purple.
No, I got another funny story from that meetup was, we were kind of making a little bit of a scene there in the middle of the Magic Kingdom with the group that we had and the little ceremony we were doing. People, guests around were kind of wondering what the heck's going on here, and I kind of noticed this one guy seemed to be hovering more than others. I was like, I'm not sure why he's watching us. And then we gathered around to get a picture near the stone. I don't remember who. It might have been Rich Brainerd and someone else. Well, then the same guy is going to take the picture.
That tall curly-haired guy, right? Dark curly hair. Yeah, I was like, what's going on with him?
What's his deal? He's going to take a picture.
Creeping in the background, yeah.
And it ended up. I learned later it was Selena's husband.
Well, he said, say cheese, and we're like, all right, cheese. And then he was like, say geeks. And I was like, how do you know that?
Yes. He must be one of us.
He's making fun of us. Hey, look at this. Oh, that's a husband.
He's either joining in really fast or he's one of us. I'm not sure. So that was funny. All right.
He's an in-law. He's a geek in-law.
That's right. What else did we do? I guess you want to move over to the next day. We got up early in the morning and went to Star Wars. That was my first time at Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
So Rob, who was there? Susan.
Is this
Susan, Rob.
Is this Friday or is this
Sunday?
This is Sunday? Oh, yeah, right. This was Sunday. Right, that's right.
Because so Glenn and
I was there with you.
And Jeff and Rob, me, and Susan was there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys had a great strategy to ride the
Toy Story first.
Toy Story first. So we had
That's what I had been doing. Yeah.
and we picked up another geek on the way. She was coming off. Oh my gosh.
Was it Amy?
Amanda. Yes, it was Amanda Bond.
Oh yeah.
We picked her up. She was getting off, and we were like, "You want to go out again?" Yeah. We got some great pictures. I love you guys were taking pictures like from the front of the vehicles. Like that was one of the ones. I think Rob and I were in the front, and you just do like a selfie of the whole roller coaster. That we got some great pictures like that. But
That was cool.
That was fun, and we got some great pictures over at Star Wars. I mean, I rode with you guys my first Millennium Falcon. So,
Yay.
although Glenn, you pooped out on us, I was scared because Glenn's like, that thing made me nauseous. And I'm like, oh, nobody told me that this could make me nauseous.
And I don't ever get nauseous. I go on all the big roller coasters all around the country, and like that was a shocker.
I'm like, except I think Rob was telling me that he was fine, so I was at least feeling a little bit.
I could spin in circles in my living room and get nauseous, and I was fine on that for some reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was a little, but I was good. I mean, I basically did the gunner, and I think if you run the pilot, it seems like the pilot's that gets the most intense as far as that's concerned. So I wasn't too worried, but
Jeff and I were the pilot on what I think it was Friday, and we did a nice job. I would have to say
You guys did a great job.
it was
I
fun.
didn't hear of any nausea from my passengers.
I'm not blaming Selena, Chewy. I'm not blaming you.
Well, on Friday, a lot of us were there Friday morning, and we got that wonderful 360-degree photo at Galaxy's Edge.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And that's my favorite picture of the whole trip. I think we're all standing. I think Selena and Glenn. I think Stacy was with us. Rob, you were there.
Yeah.
I think we were holding hands, and you
Yeah.
kind of had looked at the camera, and then they took that holding hand picture and put that over
Yes.
Galaxy's Edge. It was literally my favorite picture of the whole trip.
Yeah, those are cool. And you guys, some of you shared that one that's in Magic Kingdom that does the zoom in. I was like, where is that? I had never heard about that one before.
We got a cool one.
Yeah, you get to
Yeah,
see
we got
the
a
whole.
cool one, Rob, with that one.
You get to see the whole castle and then the whole hub and everything. And then it zooms into the spot where you guys are. Someone was sharing that with us, and I was like, "Wow, we got to do that." Glenn and I got a chance to do that when we did it. We were over at Magic Kingdom Solo
with the parade in the background, and then Glenn had this amazing idea for us to, instead of looking towards the camera, look away from the camera towards the castle and the parade, like you know, putting our hand up like we're surveying the area, and got another picture like that, and it turned out really, really nicely.
It's so cool the things they're doing with PhotoPass, but that was really creative and fun. Wow. I'm going to move on over to the big meetup. So this was the Sunday.
Hold on.
Oh, you got no more?
Talk about Star Wars Land here, though, because I got to talk about some Star Wars Land. If we're doing Star Wars Land,
all right.
talk about Star Wars.
Yeah. Did you like Star Wars Land?
I got geeked up for this.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I am not a big Star Wars fan. I mean, I watch the movies and I like it all, but I got turned on from another podcast. They were talking about this book that, goes into the backstory of the land. And I posted it on the Geekin page. And I think, Rob, you listened to it, right? And Heather Brainerd, maybe a couple others listened to it beforehand or read it beforehand. And this was so much more than just the backstory of the land. It apparently fills in a gap between the 8th movie and the 9th movie, introduces that land as the new Rebel base location, and introduces a new character, Vi Marathi, who is the lead character of the book and was actually a walk-around character in the land, which I didn't know until just a couple of weeks before we went down there.
Wow.
What's the book, Len?
It's called Black Spire. I think it's just called Black Spire, Star Wars Black Spire.
Yeah, I think you said that before.
Yeah, and I got it on audiobook and it went real fast. Great writing, and they talk about the backstory of everyone, from who Savi is and who Oga is, and who Mubo who runs the droid depot, and everybody, all the characters, all the players. So it made the land just absolutely come alive so much more for me to have that backstory and that connection to it. I super recommend anyone who's going down to the land, get this book under your belt. Doesn't take long. And it's just so much more enriching, because that's what we love about Disney, right? That deep theming, that immersive theming. And this is perhaps not just the most well designed, well executed visually, but all the thought that's gone into every step of the planning, all the writing of new stories. And I don't know, we'll see, on December 20th, if Batu and Black Spire Outpost is in the 9th movie, if this actually plays a role, and if Vi Marathi and that becomes a character in the movie.
Sure.
So, and that would be cool to me, because I said when we were interviewing Len Testa a couple of weeks ago, Kurt, that did Disney screw up by theming their big Star Wars land to a land that nobody knows? They didn't theme it to Hoth or Dagobah or Tatooine. They themed it to some random outpost. Well, maybe they didn't theme it to some land 30, 40 years in the past. Maybe they themed it to a land that they were going to build off of for 10, 20, 30 years in the future. And that's kind of amazing. So
very cool.
I
Thank
just
you
had
for
the best time. Yeah.
Thank you for all
Your
that.
interaction with Vi was incredible. Just like hanging out there with you guys, it was so wild.
And I was really like trying to play that, like, I want to buy in, I want to be like into it, but I'm just like, does she even know her own backstory, right? Like, has she read the book? But when I said to her, and by the way, this was 7 or 8 a.m. Vi, because 11 a.m. Vi had no idea what I was talking about when I talked to her later. but 9 a.m. Vi was totally on board. I was like, thank you so much for all that you've done. We wouldn't be here without you and all your sacrifices. She was like, thank you for knowing who I am.
And you went on about trying to get her story out, and she was like, yeah, we need to get my story out.
Exactly.
So it was also consequently the morning that you and Jeff were supposed to go in and get a drink with me, and didn't.
Oh,
At
right.
Octo Roasters to maximize our dining plan. I ended up being the only one drinking at 8 o'clock in the morning.
And
Thanks,
that
guys.
would be a theme for Rob over the course of the week, actually.
Not quite that early. 11 o'clock, yes.
my fun story from Star Wars was we were having all this fun, like Rob and Jeff and Glenn and Susan Cox was with us. And so Glenn splits off. He doesn't go on the Falcon with us. And then we ride and Rob, you split off too. You had to go do the breakfast over at Flynn Rider. So he split off from us. So Susan and Jeff and I did the Falcon, which was awesome. And then Susan and I get a picture, and then Jeff goes off to do something. And at some point, Susan had to leave too. So I'm standing there in Star Wars land all by myself now after having like 3 hours of fun with everybody. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll get a blue milk. So I grab a blue, I get one of those. So I'll try that. And I'm looking on the messenger, and I see, oh, Jen Moynihan Wynn is in the Star Wars land. She goes, I'm over by, and I think by that time, Judy and Ken were over there at breakfast too. So I had never met Jen before ever. So I was like, all right, I was like alone for like all of about 5 minutes. And I just went around the corner, and Jen Moynihan Wynn was there, and her family, her parents were there, and her husband, and she had some other family there. They had their lightsabers they had just created. And then Judy and Ken come up, and they're like, let's go ride the Falcon. All right. So I got on that, ride that again. And then after that, we heading on over to Epcot. So Epcot we had to be over there I was getting concerned I was going to make it to my Grand Geekin, my own meetup. At 10:15, we had plans to get the picture taken. I'll let you guys describe. I don't know, as people were gathering, what was your kind of thoughts as people were gathering there in front of the ball, in front of World Showcase?
Wow. Just wow. That was
it just seemed people kept coming and coming and coming.
The numbers, right? Yeah. And familiar faces, familiar names, new faces, and new names, people who have just been on the podcast in the last couple of months, and and all of us just, like you said, hugging and chatting and laughing, and all of the walls are down. I sat and chatted with Holly's mom for 20 minutes learning Hawaiian, choke this and, that,
Yeah, Holly was there.
We were all just one family. We were all just one beautiful family. I was overwhelmed by it. I mean, it was there were so many of these moments, throughout the trip, from Top of the World Lounge to meeting Chris at the end of the Kessler run. And then it was just like all of these wonderful, kind, similar-minded people, happy, giving. I mean, just just the reason that the internet was created, I think, to bring people like this together. And man, I just kept wanting to look over at you, Kurt, and just like, shoot through my eyes to your brain. Like, thank you for creating this environment and bringing all these people together. Yeah, it's just beautiful.
I was listening on the bus coming home, the Disney Crush, Tony Ann and Dave Young were it must have been pretty soon right after they recorded a show, and they were there, of course, and the praise they were giving for saying exactly the thing, the warm and welcoming. There's times where you feel a little anxious. I know Mom has said to me she was a little bit anxious to meet people. She didn't know what to expect. She was running behind us. She actually had some trouble getting out of bed that day. She had some pain and swelling in her leg and stuff, but she was kind of falling behind us. But I know I saw when she showed up, man, she was just, people were welcoming her like open arms. And I mean, just the meetups that were happening all around us was just really overwhelming for me.
I was in line. We had me, Katie, Nick and Nikki had just ridden Test Track, and we were making our way over, and it was towards the end where, most people were there. And as I walked around the corner, like past where the bathrooms are and up, and I just saw the group of people, my jaw almost hit the ground because I couldn't believe how many people were there. And I was like, holy cow, just, walking up, and then, just walking into the group and people, saying, hey, Rob, what's going on? And just knowing, each name as you were walking past, just like a reunion, not an initial meeting or an initial meetup or gathering. Just, this is a reunion of people that we've hung out with and have talked to. And, it was just completely mind boggling.
Absolutely. And well, I don't know, Deirdre, I haven't heard from you lately.
No, I've just been here coughing. So I've been muted. I'll agree with what everybody was saying. It was just overwhelming to see so many people. And I'd met you in January, so you were old hat to me, Kurt. But but I was kind of starstruck to meet Tony Ann and Dave and Tony Ann's son, Michael. That was just amazing to meet them. Uh-huh. And to meet Holly. I met Holly, too.
First time. Meet Holly, yeah.
So
sure.
That was great to meet her.
Absolutely. Yeah. So when I came in from International Gateway, I saw a group of people sort of to the right that I recognized. There was probably 6, 7, 8 or so there. And then we were talking a little bit because I was there pretty early. I ended up being there like 10, but then I noticed there's another group of people that were ours over a little farther away. So then I was like, let's bring everybody together. And when you do something like this, you're not sure. I mean, I had a pretty good idea. We were hoping for 50 people to show up. It looked like we had a pretty good committed crew that were going to be there, but you never know. I mean, if they're all going to show. And it was like everything you guys are saying, it was absolutely for me too. I started feeling this responsibility to lead this group a little bit. I was like, I kind of want to just have fun and do what everyone else is doing. But I knew we had to take a picture, and I was looking around for someone like a Disney photographer, but none were around at all. And luckily I remembered when we did the Nomad Lounge meetup a couple of years ago, Rich Brainerd, he's a professional photographer. So I saw Rich and I said, Hey, Rich, do you have your camera with you? He goes, well, I got my iPhone. And I know Ken had scoped out the place closer to the lake there. And it was pretty amazing. That was so empty over there that we could herd everybody over like a herd of cats. Trying to get 60 people to move in one direction isn't really an easy thing, I can tell you. But, and then Ken and I and Rich were kind of scoping the areas people were coming over, and we kind of had it lined up because that's kind of sloped right there, and we could get everyone. And Rich was able to get up on top of something. He was standing up on something kind of over, and just got this amazing picture that is just so awesome. I'm getting a poster made up for myself, I think, for this picture. It's just, I mean, what's so amazing about this whole thing is that, like I was saying before, everybody chipped in a little bit. Things kind of happened a little bit ad hoc, but for me, it was perfect in every way. Yeah. it just between everybody doing little meetups of their own and enjoying their time, they were able to do other things. But this meetup, I mean, when I'm glad Kevin came out and he was being his character self, and and he had a few words to say. And Glenn, I'm going to kill you for saying speech because I was not ready. I thought I didn't give it that much thought. I wish my one regret is that I would have been more prepared because I had a lot of people to thank. I probably regret I didn't thank Judy. I mean, Judy does so much stuff for us all the time. I thought it was going to happen inside the restaurant is where we were going to have kind of the awards and speeches and everything. Yeah, I kind of lost it. I mean, to look at that crowd and see, and like Glenn was saying when people were gathering, and just see Chris and Glenn and Kevin and Rob and Deirdre and Wendy and Selena and oh my gosh, all these people that I adore so much. It's getting me again now.
Well, your speech was perfect because it was from the heart. I mean, it was what you wanted to say. And, I'm sure Judy understands that, you missed her in the thank you, but it was from your heart, which is what's most important.
I mean, so many people chipped in to do something for that. It just happened that way, so yeah, it was pretty overwhelming for me. And then I did finally, I think Kevin trying to count everybody while we were there. He was doing an absolutely horrible job of it. Luckily we had the picture. So like late one night when I was laying in bed or early in the next morning or sometime, I mean, and Rich, he doctored up he just edited that picture like right away and sent it to me really, really soon. I've been showing that thing around. I'm pretty proud of that picture.
You should be.
Yes, absolutely.
You absolutely should be.
I don't know if proud's the right word, but it's a special group that it's fun to hang out with. So yeah, and it's just it's just so amazing. And we had so much fun when we broke up finally and walked over to the Mexican pavilion, and we totally took over that indoor. Right? I mean,
yes, absolutely.
The people that were maybe other guests that were wandering in there, they had shock. They didn't know what was going on. We were so animated and talking. And and let me tell you something. I have never not eaten all my nachos. And I almost didn't finish my margarita.
Blasphemy.
Exactly. I mean, I was just so busy trying to. I think, I thought about it afterwards. I felt a little bit of regret that I wasn't able to really have deeper, longer conversations with some people. I'll try to make up for that at some point. Luckily, I ran into some of them afterwards at different parts of the day or week. So I was able to have some fun with a lot of the people that were there. So, and I was glad that other people had great conversations going on with each other and made friends. There was a lot of friends made that day and weekend too.
I think so.
Deeper
with
relationships.
The Messenger, it was easy to find where everyone was going to be. So people would be like, I'm in Epcot, I'm in, Hollywood Studios. And so anyone who wanted to meet up could. And I think it was, if you were putting it out there that you were going to be somewhere, it was kind of understood that you were welcoming other people to join you. So a lot of different people, I think, met up because it was just so easy with that setup.
Absolutely. It was fun going around World Showcase. We got on the Mexican boat ride. Couple of boats.
Yeah, that was fun. That was really fun.
I think we got on ahead of you.
A couple of geeks taking over.
The boat that was in front of my group, they were going wild, and there were some people behind us saying, "Well, that's a rowdy group."
Yeah. Who was over at UK Pavilion when Kevin was explaining all the problems with the UK Pavilion?
Oh, that was
so great.
That was a highlight.
I think, Deirdre, you filmed some of it, right? Deirdre, you took a little video of that.
I filmed a little bit, yeah, where he says, so that's not a proper telephone box.
Rich and Heather were in the bar, I think, and they saw the door open up.
Yeah.
They said we looked like a tour guide. She looked like a tour guide, and we were following along, so she came running up. Yes.
We learned why the fish and chips that many geeks are so fond of, they're not proper.
But he said they're not bad. He said they're not bad, though.
They're just not big enough.
I think this should be an officially sanctioned G3 event next time, where we should call it something like Kevin Curtis Allen debunks the gay pavilion. That's not proper over there. This was all
That'll
right,
be
but that one's
Saturday,
not proper
like a
there.
Saturday day.
Exactly.
Well,
It's very British, actually, to do it that way. So that was perfectly in character. He was really good theming.
Well, guys, did we miss anything from this G3 event? I mean, the couple of questions I wanted to finish off with was what went well for G3 from you guys' perspective?
I think the friendships, I think we would all agree that was the most important part, that we all got to meet each other and see each other in person and really develop friendships over that weekend.
Yeah.
I would agree, absolutely. I mean, it was so amazing being able to just kind of bounce around, and every time you turned around, there was somebody else that you could hang out with and spend time, talking to and seeing in person. It was like I said earlier, it was just mind-boggling, and I was completely floored the whole entire time.
I kept saying in my mind, "Oh my God, oh my God."
Yeah.
I don't know why it was just, "Oh my God!" Like everywhere I went. Oh my God, my feet hurt. Oh my God, I'm tired. Oh my God, I just met another.
Hot.
Oh my God, it's hot. Yeah.
Kurt, I'm sorry about keeping you up that night for doing the Star Wars fireworks after the Epcot fireworks.
Well, you're going to interview me. We'll talk about that full day, but I mean, that was the longest day I ever had. I opened Star Wars at 6 o'clock. I would have been there earlier if the buses were on time.
Right.
It's 6 a.m. because I was up at like 4. And then Deirdre, me, and Selena, we closed Hollywood Studios.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't actually do that. Remember, I saw that there was a bus going to Wilderness Lodge, and I went over and I hopped on the bus.
All right, it was Selena,
Wendy, and Selena.
I was there.
Yeah, we closed Hollywood Studios with the Star Wars fireworks. So I'm pretty proud of that day. I know. The next day, I was on 5 coffees to keep going.
I was amazed, Kurt, that you were going. I mean, I was beat up when I got home Sunday night, Monday morning, and then just tune into Facebook over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and you're still going hard. You're still up early. You're still going late. It was amazing to watch you.
Well,
that adrenaline kicks in, and you just going. But I agree with everybody else. Like the events were wonderful. I thought that everything from Top of the World Lounge to the breakfast at Be Our Guest, the kind of fairly spontaneous, let's all go on Mine Train or let's all go on Slinky Dog, those type of events, and then of course the big G3 Kessler Run and the bingo. I thought all of those events really were wonderful because they brought together people who may not have been, I don't know, a clique or know one another beforehand, and then they strengthened our bonds and gave us opportunities to share exchanges. It spurred other events like Wendy and Deirdre coming to watch the Nationals lose, but anyway play at Splitsville, and like that was really amazing. After Wine Bar George, I know everyone was tired, and that the two of you guys came out to watch with me and to root on the team and just share some moments. And now we've got those things that we kind of share. Baseball is something I know that Wendy and I really really can chat about now. So
absolutely.
Congratulations. I didn't think they were going to win. It did not look very good for the Nationals.
It's become clear that when I am home in Maryland on my couch, we win, and when I am in Walt Disney World, we lose. It is black and white, as clear as a bell. So if G3 falls next year during the World Series, I may not be able.
Right, we're gonna have to reschedule it to a different day.
You know what? You want your team to win in Game 7. That is just the best. You want your team to win, but winning against Game 7 is like.
So happy for you. I was so happy for Glenn. When
it was, thank you guys. It was pretty epic, and that night, like at whatever it was, 11 or midnight or something like that, I'm getting texts from Wendy and friends, from outside of of our region. So thank you for
that's awesome,
for caring and being together on that. Hey, the other thing I would say is to prep for G3, you've got to sleep for like a month before you get there. I just think that's crucial.
That's awesome. Well, Jackie and Selena, what did you think went well for G3?
I mean, we're newer to the group, so I guess I didn't realize how this was a new thing. The G3 was like a new thing, like the get together. So when people were saying, "Oh, I've never met you," I'm like, "Really? I thought you guys." I mean, just because of the camaraderie through the group on Facebook, you just assume everybody knows each other.
That's an awesome comment.
So it's kind of like, oh, I honestly didn't know that some of you haven't met each other in person. And it was just like, really? Because I mean, the way everybody acts towards one another in the group, it's kind of like everybody's a family already. And just to know that they're meeting for the first time is like, wow, that's impressive. That's really incredible, especially with social media. It can tend to be not so positive sometimes.
Yeah.
And then this is just such a positive group.
I love that feedback. Thank you, Jackie. That's awesome.
Yeah, Jackie, I had literally not met anyone there except Holly. I'd met Holly twice, and nobody else. Not Kurt, not Rob, Selena, Wendy, Deirdre, any of you guys like that. That is exactly what
we were experiencing.
So about that experience was the quick and fast and easy bonds. But anyone was welcome, whether you've been listening to the podcast for a month or 5 years. And beautiful.
I think that's another great thing. Our community is very welcoming, for sure. We're not cliquey at all. I don't see it. So where's Selena? She's still with us?
I'm here. But I mean, I think I just kind of agree with what everyone's been saying. It was a great experience to see all of the geeks on that Sunday meet. It was amazing to see so many people, but it was also a lot of fun to just kind of go off and to talk to people. So I spent a lot of time with like Rob and Katie. We had our fish and chips, and they walked me out, to a different. Sorry, my light's going off. Anyways, I'm sorry. So it was just fun to have those like little side times when like Wendy and I got to do the Slinky Dog together, and
that was fun.
And it was just a lot of fun to kind of do all of these little side things and talk one-on-one with everybody too. So I really appreciated and enjoyed the messenger and being able to just kind of connect with everybody. Yeah, individually too.
I like how people went off and did their own thing. I mean, they were all there for that one big event, but also had lots of little side events and opportunities to have fun with each other. So, all right, last question. What can we improve on if we ever do this again?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I think everyone wants to do it again. So I think you have to do it again. And I think you just, having the date so far in advance, I think was helpful to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I know Kevin Curtis Allen is talking about February 2021.
2021. I think
was he really? Great.
Yes.
They're planning to come in early in 2021 and then late in 2021 and try to get an annual pass that covers both the trips.
Ooh,
that's
so
awesome.
They're going to bring their kids 2021.
Yeah, so we'll have to keep communicating. I mean, my first impression would be I'd do something in the fall every year so that people kind of knew it was in the fall. But my preference would be before my annual pass runs out at the end of October.
So September. Well, you have a wedding coming up in October, so
I do. I do have a wedding coming up this October.
Margita already said you're not coming in October, Kurt.
Yeah.
September is a great DVC time to come because it's low points. The first 2 weeks in September.
That's crossed my mind too. So we'll have to keep talking. Yeah, I agree. I would like to have it planned though, well in advance, because I think there was some FOMO going on with other people in our community that would love to go too.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think you've got to hit probably previous to 11 months if it's possible, because that's when a lot of the DVC owners are thinking about jumping on things. And so many of us do make our plans. I know I'm locked in already for November of 2020 with a big family trip and everything like that. So don't know how that plays in. Hey, one other thing I wanted to say, and I think this is something I know you've been thinking about, Kurt, but it got called the Grand Geekin Gathering, the G3, but it really was a family reunion. And I saw that title showed up on the banner, and I'm so glad for it. I said to Mama before I seen the banner, I said, you know what, this is really a family reunion. It's not a geek gathering. It's not a just a random collection of people.
I did struggle with that. I loved the Grand Geekin Gathering, but I also liked the family reunion. So it was difficult going back and forth with that. I'm glad it ended up on the banner. So we can work on that. We can work on the marketing part of it.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a whole lot of stuff to change. I mean, the amount of organized events versus the amount of, everybody just kind of splitting off. I thought it was perfect.
I think I would.
I agree.
It happened organically, like I said, that everybody I think I would take a core group of people and maybe have planning sessions, have fun like we're having right now, meet like on a monthly basis and just talk through things. And you guys are all leaders in this family, so you can like what happened, like Heather did the boat the cruise, and Glenn did the run, and Celine and Jackie did the bingo game, and it all kind of happened that way. But maybe we could just maybe be a little more organized, but think through some things, maybe do some different things. But I think it was a good mixture of planned events and non-planned events, which
I agree.
I want people to be relaxed to do. I mean, they're on vacation too. Let them go and do, they're at Disney World. They want to experience Disney World too, obviously.
Yeah. The other thing that worked really well, I thought, was the mode of communication we settled on. Ended up being the Facebook Messenger. We didn't know if it would be Voxer or I can't remember what the other.
That was a good call.
Was the video one. But being able to read in the very loud park and not having to listen, pop in headphones or something like that totally made a difference. So,
worked, yeah.
I thought the Facebook Messenger, and maybe letting people know in advance, hey, make sure. I mean, obviously, I think most people are on Facebook who are connected to this community in that strong way because of the Facebook group, but just making sure that your channels are open, for that, and having that group. That was really fun, being able to just listen and know where everybody was, because that encouraged those chance encounters, like leaving the Kessler Run to go find you and Stacy at the spring roll cart, or tracking down people wherever they were.
Absolutely.
It was that was good.
Wow, guys. Well, we made it under 2 hours, so I wasn't sure we could do that. And you guys are a special crew. I was so looking forward to doing this. I was feeling a little depressed the last few days, being back home and working and getting sick and stuff. You guys have definitely brought my attitude back up. Thanks for sharing all of your thoughts and experiences. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you,
Kurt. Everyone.
Yeah, it's great to see everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's awesome seeing you guys. And Kurt, thanks for letting me crash your coffee walk.
Oh, yes, I'm glad you did. I did get some. I was just looking. I have like 40 recordings, so I have enough material to do some live. I even stayed true to my live recordings. Well, not so much in the parks. Mostly it was just probably me talking to people and stuff. But Rob, he crashed one of my coffee walks. I'm glad you did too, because I think I was stuttering at the time. I was looking for material.
Stumbling.
I just saw this amber glow walking down the sidewalk. And gotta be Kurt.
And we had a really fun encounter at the coffee with Auntie Judy too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save that one for
Saturday.
For Saturday's interview.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Can't wait to hear it, Kurt. And can't wait. One of the things that I think we all love about the podcast is the ability to immortalize these experiences in the podcast form, so we can listen, again and again. For those who tuned into my Facebook Live a couple of days ago when I was showing the Geek Den, little Alden showed up. My 4 soon to be 5-year-old showed up, and he crashed in and he said. I said, "Hey, you're talking to the geeks right now." He said, "Hey, geeks," and I said, "You're going to Disney World soon?" And he said, "Yes." And then they will talk about me.
That was so cute.
Adorable.
To know that I'm hoping you'll have me back again. I don't know. We'll see after tonight's performance. But that the other kids can relive their stories with Dad, and that we can all relive this moment that we're having right here and all those beautiful memories at G3 through the podcast. Indefinitely. It's just such a gift that you give to us all, Kurt, and I just want to thank you for that aspect of what you do. So it's just you are just an amazing dude, and I'm so glad that we all tuned in to listen to you one day out of all of the Disney podcasts, and that you were who you are, which is just so kind and welcoming, set the right tone of positivity, and that you've nurtured this group, and that we all just get to reap the benefits of it. Thank you, man.
I'm just completely genuine and authentic, man. Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. You guys made my dream come true.
Woohoo!
At least
You made ours.
At least one. So thank you so much for all of that. The praise is overwhelming, and we're just going to keep having fun. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Kurt.
Thanks,
Kurt.
Kurt.
Hey,
Thanks,
Kurt.
guys.
See you, geeks.
See you soon.
Bye,
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Oh, I know that's going to be so much fun for me to relive the Grand Geekin Gathering with Glenn Kessler, Selena Roll, Jackie Cole, Deidre Watts, Wendy Fox, and Rob Maderi. Thank you guys so much for going on this trip with me. And it got a special memory for me. And I was having so much fun doing the trip report and editing the trip report. And now Monday and probably Tuesday, this is a long one, listening to it on my commute to work. Thank you so much, guys, for going to Disney World with me. I love these big family reunions now. I can't wait to do another one real soon. And thanks so much for the intro. I really love this intro this week. I'm a big animal fan, and my number one doggy fan, the geek, Remus. Thanks for doing the intro. Thank you, Rachel, for sending it in for Remus. And I know he listens every week with his doggy mom, Rachel. He never misses an episode. Thank you so much, Remus and Rachel. And thanks, Amy Rhodes, for sending in the audio and video of your daughter, Lorelai. Yeah, we're going geeking on Walt Disney World. Thanks so much, guys, for sending in those intros. I love it. You guys, too, can send in intros. I love it when I get those in my email. You can create one, too, for us. It's fun. I can suggest you just tell us your name, where you're from, and a fun Disney World fact about yourself, and that you go geeking on Walt Disney World with Curtis and the whole Geekin family. Well, all day, every day, we hang out in our private Facebook group, and I'm back to my daily posts. Well, I was doing a lot of daily posts when I was doing a lot of posts when I was down in Disney World, but now I have a daily post that I do each day, and it's got a theme. Mondays are the podcast episode day. That's the day that I release the podcast each week. And then Tuesday's a tip of the week. On Wednesday, it's a snack. On Thursday, I talk about a drink. On Friday is foodie day. Some of the foods. A lot of these pictures are going to be coming from my last trip, obviously. Saturday is picture day, one of my favorite pictures from the trip and descriptions. And I ask you guys to comment on all of these. Sunday, I reveal the winner, the Geek of the Week. And you're going to win something all the geeks want. All the cool kids have them. It's the Geekin on WW magnet, the fridge magnet, or you can put it on your car too. It's a nice round magnet of our logo that I send out. I'm going to send out each week till they run out. Then I got to order more. But for now, you're going to win a magnet from Geekin on WDW. And this week's winner is Jocelyn Passidy. Yeah, Jocelyn, you're the winner. I saw your post there. You were down in Disney World and you got a picture with another geek. I love those geek meetups. It's a great picture with Jocelyn and Dana Schwenter. Dana, I'm sorry. Your name is tough. Dana G. So that they're showing their drinks here on this picture. And thanks for posting that. My Saturday posting. And I love the story how I met Jocelyn. Jocelyn, I really wanted to send you this logo magnet because I saw Jocelyn first. She's one of these listeners that I met in the parks. Well, technically in the resort over at Kidani. I was walking out to the safari. I had my Geekin on WW t-shirt on with our logo, and she stopped me and said, I love that t-shirt. And our friendship started, the listening started. She's been a great listener and friend of the podcast. I've seen her down in the parks, and this is awesome that she gets to win this week's Geek of the Week. Congratulations, Jocelyn. I'll get that right out to you. Next week on the podcast, it's all Kevin. 2 hours plus Kevin Curtis Allen's trip report from the G3. He was the catalyst, the reason we all started this Grand Geekin Gathering. We've been promoting it for well over a year. He waited 7 years to go on his trip, so you're going to get just me and Kevin for next week. I might break that one into 2 episodes. Once we get talking. I knew it was going to be a long one, but it's a fun one. I think you're going to enjoy the next couple episodes of our show. And we are sponsored by our Patreon supporters. Thanks again for helping me create more fun and educational Disney World content for all you geeks. There is a couple of ways that they voluntarily support us, and one of them is through patreon.com. And I'll let Glenn Kessler explain to you exactly what patreon.com is, but him and Kevin really got this going at our 5th year anniversary. I didn't ask them to do it. They got it going, and it's so special to me that it happened organically. And let me have Glenn explain to you what it is, and I hope you can support us too.
Hey geeks, Glenn Kessler here from Maryland. I wanted to let you know that if you enjoy the podcast and Facebook community as much as I do, there's something you can do to say thank you and help ensure that both continue. We know Kurt's not the kind of person to ask for anything, so I'm happy to ask on behalf of all of those whose lives are enriched by having fun Disney content delivered to us through the podcast each week, a safe and positive Facebook group to share our Disney thoughts, and new friends constantly forming through this lovely community. So if you feel like I do, you can donate to the podcast through Patreon. There, you'll be able to set up monthly donations or a one-time gift. Every little bit helps to defray the cost of the podcast or bring extra content our way. Just go to patreon.com. That's Patreon, and search Geekin on WDW. Thanks, geeks. Hope to see you soon.
Thanks, Glenn. We currently have 30 Patreons. It's so awesome. Some of them are giving $5, $10, and even we got someone giving $20 per month. Someone's doing $15 per month. So thank you so much for your support, guys. It means so much to me. I'm so excited I can do all these prizes too now. It's really cool. It's fun being supported by you guys. Thanks, Glenn. You can support Glenn's art. He's a great artist. GlennKessler.com. He gave out a bunch of prints at our G3 event. Thank you, Glenn, for doing that and all of your support. You're awesome, buddy. The other way I'd love for you to support us, and we support you. This is a great win-win-win for everybody. And you can get some great trip planning advice from our travel guides, Mama, Auntie Judy, EJ Cruz, Jennifer Glambos. You can email Judy and Mama at travelingtiaras@gmail.com. You can find EJ and Jennifer on their Little Dole Whips page. We are authorized Disney planning agency through Fairy Tale Concierge. They can help you book your fast passes, your ADRs. They love talking Disney World all day long, I can tell you. So come on and sign up, get a quote from us. We'll get you down to Disney World with a great plan. And they love watching out for you guys. They follow up on all those specials and promotions that Disney World is doing. If they see one that fits into your week that you're going, or weekend, whatever it is, they will stay on top of that for you guys. You know, they are such a great team. They know all that technical stuff of booking, and even I can help you with some of my knowledge. And, you know, don't forget about the bounce backs. Those are great discounts, guys. If you need that phone number, they don't always leave you a card underneath your door or on your bed about the bounce backs, but they are available. We have the phone number for you to call. Just let us know. We'd love to be your agent for those bounce backs too. Some of our best bookings come from the bounce back, and also some people that join our podcast and have already booked their trip within the last 30 days. You can transfer your booking. So even if you book it yourself, if it's been within the 30 days, you can transfer the booking to us and we can be your guide and agent. And a lot of our clients come through us these ways. So don't be shy. Put us on your team. We'll help you out, and it doesn't cost you anything. Disney takes care of all that. Doesn't matter whether you book directly with them or with us. It's cost is the same. So come join us. We'd love to be your guide and help you out. And if you've got any questions for me, please email me at kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. I love hearing from you guys. If you'd like to hop on a call with me, maybe Skype, whatever, I'd love to chat with you over the phone, Skype, FaceTime. You know, another thing I'm doing on Thursdays, I did my live Facebook, and I used a new platform to do that, where 4 of us were on the screen at the same time. The audio was good. Got the chat coming in through Facebook, and we streamed that on Facebook. So this week I'm going to be doing another. I'll have a topic. I have an idea. Got to make sure I have the people that are going to be there. So I'll get something pre-set up. And I love it when you guys join. It was a great test of that platform this past week. Thank you to Travis, Dietrich, Auntie Judy, and Rob Madiri for joining me on that first test trial of that platform. There's another platform I'm going to try too. So Thursdays, look for us at 8 o'clock on live Facebook in our Facebook group. Thanks for going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. We love you, geeks. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true. start my recorder. That'd be really important. Oh. Well, one other thing, too.
All right, so how many? Most of you guys already have trips booked up
Yes.
again, right?
Yes.
Do you?
I do. I'm going in January, late January,
Okay.
for 5 nights.
And Wendy, Glenn, I know you do. Kurt's in January too. Selena, you're close. You can just zip up, right?
Exactly. But I think I'm trying to go in February. So, if Katie is interested, she can come down.
Okay.
It's a girls'
Wow.
trip.
That would be a birthday. I guess in an offhanded way, that's a birthday present for me.
All right. You ready to go?
Sure.
I'm ready.
So I've got, I don't know, no particular order other than what I put down. I got Glenn, I'll introduce, then Selena, Deirdre, Wendy, and Rob. And we don't have Katie or Jackie unless they surprise me.
Okay.
Right? And
And I'm going to go off video now so that I can put the cough button on and cough without feeling self-conscious.
there is a mute button there too.
Yeah, I know. I'll mute myself, but I'm going to also go off camera. So,
All right.
Yeah.
No
Bye.
problem.
Hi,
See you,
Deirdre.
Deirdre.
See you,
Feel
Deirdre.
better.
No problem. And so the first question I'm going to ask you guys is just how special it was to meet me for the first time.
Okay. Well, what if it wasn't the first time?
No,
Right.
only,
What if we were fortunate enough to meet you twice?
yeah. So that was really only for Glenn and Rob, kind of. 'Cause I wrote it. I just teased you with that one. I said, where did you meet me and how did that go? I'd like to talk about that Wine Bar George meetup because a lot of us met there. Well, almost all of us were there except for Selena on this call, just to get a kickoff on that. But then I'm gonna go through some of the regular questions we do on trip reports, like the resorts that you guys stayed in. We'll talk a little bit what was good about your rooms and stuff, and some food.
I know you weren't there from Top of the World Lounge, but actually that was probably the kickoff. That was probably
good
first
idea.
event. I mean, you were there on Skype, I think, or maybe FaceTime. I think
Yep.
Deirdre FaceTime.
Actually, I'm gonna do that first. That's a good, Wendy. Yeah.
Because that was
We all met Kevin.
we all met Kevin. Yeah, that was actually the first
Where you guys all met.
event. We did. We all
Yeah.
met.
Great one. Yeah, and I was going to ask you guys if I'm going to list some of these questions and let me know if there's something cool that we could talk about that I didn't think to. So we'll do I would still like to do how was your resort? Anything new, fun, different, exciting about that? And then we'll go around the table with what did you eat? Did you have any good meals? So kind of some of the usual stuff that people like to know when people go down to Disney World. But then it's what did you do for the first time too? Because I know Star Wars was the first for all of us, so that's going to be a topic. And if there was anything else, and then we'll get into the G3 events
Okay.
and all the fun stories. And
I'm putting down notes now.
okay,
Now that you've sparked my memory.
all right. And at the end here, I put down what went well for the event and what could we improve on if we do this again. I don't know. Do you think we can get enough chatter out of all of that?
I absolutely think so.
And if you think of something else, like I said, if it's interesting and fun, let's do it. All right. Are we ready?
Sounds good.
All right. Let's go.
Deirdre hanging in there?
yep, I'm ready.
Okay.
Just been muted so I could cough. So,
I know. I might
Shame.
have to cough too, so I don't know. I don't know if I can mute that. All right, let's do it. This is gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to this. All right.
So we're the first group too, so we'll be your test case.
Yeah, that's
See
right.
how it all goes.
Crash test dummies.
I just got to say, it's awesome seeing all your faces again. That's for sure.
Couldn't agree more.
yeah,
Rob.
it's nice
Absolutely.
to
Wonderful.
see you guys too.
Thanks for joining me on this first G3 roundtable. All right. I lost my Skype. Come back, Skype.
Still there.
A second. Hold on a second. I want to see you guys again before I say bye.
Wendy's out. Jackie's
They're all
out.
dropping out.
Oh, there. I lost some of you. Deirdre's not got her
Oh,
thing
look
on
at
there.
that. What's that thick
Wait,
picture
am
I'm
I?
seeing?
She's got
that's
her.
weird.
Somebody's sharing their screen.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that's
I
interesting.
I just clicked on myself. Is that my? No, that's not my screen. I don't know whose that is.
You'd have
Oh,
to.
Rob's horizontal. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, gigantic.
I'm on my
Nice.
computer though.
Yeah.
I didn't jump on my phone.
Oh, see, I've been holding this phone for 2 hours.
Oh wow.
You
Had to
too,
come
Selena.
over.
I can see you're walking around the house.
Yeah, my mom is home and she's like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm still recording."
That's what-
Actually,
I saw the pantomime. You were like, just a little bit longer.
At one
Oh
point,
my
I saw hair and crown molding.
that really went
Well,
pretty
yeah,
good.
I was dealing with the dog. Yeah,
I
all over
know.
the place.
With having so many people on a round table like that, it went relatively well. Really well, I guess. Between interruptions. I'm
I
glad-
agree. That was really smooth.
I mean, it's hard to keep. I'm sorry I can't get you all talking all the time. Or I think we did pretty
I think
good.
it worked out just great.
It worked out fine.
It
Yeah.
was good. Yeah.
Well, it's about 2 hours, so get ready for another long
And-
geeking.
And Glenn got sappy at the end as usual.
Yes.
That's my move.
He's good. That's his groove.
Glenn.
Glenn is the wordsmith. That's for sure.
Try to make Kurt cry. Try to-
I'm not going to cry next time. The next meetup, I'm going to have a prepared speach. I'm going to practice it.
Don't plan
Nah,
too much.
don't do it,
And I'm gonna-
man.
It all turned out just perfect.
I'm gonna be ready. Glenn, you really messed me up by saying speech at that point. I wasn't ready for that.
Sorry, Kurt.
Oh,
If you prepare something, you're going to throw it out anyway.
I would have, thinking back, I would have liked to have brought up some of you guys and just, thank you guys individually that helped out. That's the one thing I was thinking about too. Like I would have liked to bring Judy up and thank her and, all you guys that chipped in. I did a little bit of that, but I'm glad I shined a little spotlight on Holly. She's special to me.
Yeah.
And has
Kevin,
been-
and you had Kevin up
And
there.
Kevin obviously was a catalyst of the whole thing. So
The instigator.
The real thanks is bringing us all together and giving us a forum to be able to meet other people and to become friends with these people and spend so much time. Like, I mean, I spent probably more time with Glenn and Jeff and
That's
Selena
so cool.
and Deirdre and Wendy than anybody, and it was just it was completely amazing.
it was so fun for me
Yeah.
to see you guys having a good time.
Yeah, it was a blast. Just being able to shoot a message over and saying, "Hey, where you at?" And
Wait till you hear-
kind of meeting up, grabbing a drink, whatever.
When Wendy interviews me, I had so many people. I had some of those fun meetups where people just saw me and just ran into me by accident. We were talking about Star Wars. That picture with the circle you guys were talking about? We were doing that. We just got done. Oh, what's her name? Oh my gosh. Well, she tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, are you Kurt Stone?" I said, "Yeah." Judith Lee, her name is. And she's tiny too. She's like, she's a little tiny thing. She goes, "Oh, I love your podcast and I'm so glad I found you. And can I get a picture?" And oh yeah. And this is Mama and this is Judy. And so that was cool. I had this one, I was in the beer garden. Were any of you guys with me at that time at the beer garden? No? No. Okay.
I think it was after everybody.
The
was
Castros were there, and Susan and her mom, Rachel Miller was there. Okay, I got everybody. Someone taps me on the shoulder and goes, "Hey," I mean, totally like I'm eating at the beer garden. It's like craziness all going on. She goes, "Are you Kurt Stone?" And I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh, my brother." Now he was messaging me because he was doing the race. And I just missed him somewhere in Epcot or something. She said, "My brother loves your podcast and he introduced me to your show." And she had the first button, like the first time button on, and she was with her husband. And she says, "I just want to tell you, I've been listening to the podcast for like a year and I got so many great tips and I'm having such a great time here at Disney World. And can I get your picture?" And she was like really starstruck, like kind of thing. It was like, so I get off and we take,
I know the feeling.
and I was thanking her. Yeah. I was thanking her I was like, "That's so cool. I hope, tell your brother, I hope I get to see him." I ended up did see him at the run. I got up early Saturday morning and went and I saw him at the run. And then one other one was cute was, Claudia, her name and her
Maurice.
Yes, I'm not sure how she pronounces her last name.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of recognize her from the Facebook group, but she saw me at Magic Kingdom. Mom and Judy, and they went to do Pooh Bear, and I went to the bathroom over near Peter Pan, and I was coming out of there, and she come running like it wasn't like a lot of people there, and she comes, "Are you Kurt?" And I was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Oh, and her daughter was there, and her daughter was a fan of the show too, and they were so cute. They were like, I thought that they were like sisters, and it was so cute about some of the people like it's always fun with Selena and Jackie because they have their family that enjoys Disney World. I find that really cute, and this was like the mom and the daughter, and I mean. They were like, "Oh, we love your podcast. I'm so glad I found you." And we had a nice conversation and stuff and got a picture. And the Evil's twin sisters were there and we got our picture with them and stuff. And I did see her the next day doing the run too. So there was some of the fun ones that I just kept on running into people. that was part of it.
Did you meet up with Green at all?
Who?
Lisa Green.
No, I never did see Lisa.
Really?
I never saw Lisa. I never saw a bunch of the runners. Like I was trying to find. I never saw Holly at the run event. I only saw Ben Kennedy and this guy Houston Davis. I saw them.
Oh yeah.
And Claudia, I did see her running.
Yeah.
So it was a little downer that the run team I didn't get a good chance to see some of those guys, but. I think I haven't counted it officially. I must have met up with 53, 54 people, something like that. I think that are like hardcore like listeners. So,
Kurt, awesome. You get your swim trunks back?
That's fine. That is my. You didn't hear that story?
I didn't hear that one.
Well, Wendy and I will have to tell the story. So Rob and I he was talking about I was doing the coffee walk and he caught me halfway around. We're walking in a circle and then we went over to get coffee and Judy was in there and she said, "Hey," thing. And I said, "Well, what did you guys, what did you guys do yesterday?" "Well, the Castros came over and the kids wanted to go in the pool." What else did she was telling us something else. There was something else funny she told me, I think too at that time, but she said, and David borrowed your bathing suit. I went, "What?" She started laughing like how he borrowed my bathing suit. Like
their delivery, though.
Yes,
you can start building up to it. So I'm dying laughing.
Isn't that a little familiar? I mean, I said this is a family reunion, but now people are borrowing my bathing suit. And so
that's them. They are so cool like that. So funny like that.
Isn't that hysterical? I saw them. We were over to Magic Kingdom and we were meeting up with them. I walked up to David. I said, "David, I've got a bone to pick with you." "Did you wear my bathing suit?" He starts laughing his head off. And I have got a picture of it too, but I have not posted that picture. It's not a very flattering picture. And
I think did Judy put it up? I think somebody put it up on Facebook.
No.
There's a picture of David in a red, white, and blue swimming suit.
Someone did put it up. It wasn't me.
Yeah, somewhere.
Oh, that's funny.
I told him I wasn't going to put it up till I needed till I had to bribe him or something.
Are you gonna?
So
Are you gonna do that dialogue with him, that Seinfeld thing?
Oh, so Deidre found that was so funny. She says, "Remember that Seinfeld?"
It was just like in Seinfeld when
she
Kramer wanted to borrow Jerry's swimming suit.
I've been listening to that over and over again.
Yeah.
Well, he busts into the room. He's like,
"Swimming suit? Isn't that a little familiar?"
Like,
I don't want your boys in there.
I don't know if I want your boys. He's like, "What's wrong with my boys?"
Yeah.
You called it a family.
Oh my gosh. I've been laughing about that incident over and over now.
I was dying. I was not expecting that at all.
Oh my gosh, guys. It was so funny. I'm having
so much fun.
So they bought Claudia. We saw them at Epcot like another day. We hung up there with them a lot. They bought us these 2 mugs. I put a posting on there today of the mugs. Do I have them here? They're downstairs now. They're really nice, like little sandals and stuff, and a pair of bathing and a bathing suit too.
They sent a bathing suit too. They are too fun.
He got me a new bathing suit.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh. Too much fun.
Family.
I'll tell you, that meeting when we went to Magic Kingdom and AJ, Mom, and Claudia and AJ really hit it off. Like, they built a really tight bond. The 4 of them were dancing. I got a coffee and I come out and the 4 of them are in a circle holding hands and dancing. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And then AJ was getting ready to leave. So she was saying her goodbyes. They were all crying, like sobbing. It was like, that was a moment, that little breakup when they were separating. And those 4 of them have been on Facebook calls with each other ever since. Like, Claudia's calling here. They're between AJ's calling here. Like, I'm walking by in my underwear. I don't know if they got Facebook on. I gotta be careful. Facebook Live is gonna catch me in my whitey tighties or something. I don't know. It's too funny. AJ was in bed. She's calling us from her bed. It's crazy. All right, guys.
I could stay on talking with you all night, but speaking of bed, I should get going.
Yeah.
I love you all. Thank you so much.
I like that. Maybe that February trip when Kevin comes back is the one. What we do.
Yeah.
That's my birthday month.
We'll have to figure that. That would work out for us. That might work out better for us, actually. It's more than a year. It's more than a year, but
You usually come around anyway.
yeah, that probably would work. Plus with the wedding we got. Yeah. So all right, cool.
Right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Kurt.
Okay,
Everybody.
thanks, Kurt.
Right.
Miss
Okay,
you guys.
Night.
Rob.